Good evening, everyone, and Mohawks Stadium for tonight's contest between the Dayton Warriors and your Madison Mohawks. Here at this place tonight, we have several special events. We have our youth sports, we have military appreciation night, and the Jackson Elephant Field dedication tonight. So at this moment, we ask if you are able, please rise and remove your hats and face the flag as the Madison Mohawk band plays our national anthem. And remind everyone to support your band by going to Speaking Wheels and Main Street and Bobby's support band and also concessions for the athletic users.
We're actually convinced that
Don't you think that?
not all. So a little bit bigger.
Everybody thinks they're going to
And they're like, no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We're going to get tonight's broadcast started as we fill in a little blanks. We've had to move some people around for the broadcast, so we're going to be running things as best we can between commentating and looking at the field as well. So as you can see, Middletown Madison, it is youth night here, so a wonderful field, excellent facilities. Just commenting to a gentleman up here, what a great job they've done here at Middletown Madison, supporting their sports programs. Baseball facility is beautiful right behind this stadium. Brand new building there for the junior high and the high school. So great job, Madison, and we appreciate you hosting us tonight. Tonight will be the Dayton Christian Warriors at 2-1 taking on the 1-2 Madison Mohawks, coming off of last week's win, a 35-0 win over Miami Valley Christian Academy. Looks like Coach Hurst wants to keep the momentum rolling, make sure everything's going the right way for them. And in order to do that, they'll have to go through a very tough, physical Middletown Madison team, as this team has come across as a run-first team. Looking at the stats for Middletown Madison, they're 815 total yards rushing to 132 yards passing. So it's a run-first, run-heavy team. They have four running backs with over 20 attempts each, 43, 36, 27, and 22 for each one of those four in the backfield, all by led by Gavin Johnson. He's 10 for 18 with 94 yards completion, along with 27 and a touchdown. So it's going to be an interesting battle of kind of a different tale of the tape, in essence. It looks like Dayton Christian's going to take their normal approach, looking in their shotgun set, trying to move the ball quickly down the field, where Middletown Madison's probably going to be just as happy to milk that clock and work from left to right. So we're going to get the game started here in just a second, as Dayton Christian does take a moment to honor God with their prayer prior to the start of this contest. We also want to appreciate the fact that they are dedicating this evening a part of the field to a young man that had passed away recently, if I'm not mistaken, in February this year due to a tragic accident. So we'll take just a moment and honor that young man by giving you a chance to hear what they've got to say.
This special place will serve as a reminder of Jackson's adventurous spirit and the joy he brought to others. We extend our gratitude to the Moss Crew and the Norvell Foundation for making this memorial possible, a place where kids can come together and remember the great things about Jackson. Everyone, please have a round of applause for the Jackson. Yeah.
I've also got
I'll talk later. We're going to stand on the right.
I'm gonna let him have this space. So I'll probably scoot over just a little bit if you want to be right next side between you.
Yes. Thank you. I got you. Are these all your notes? Okay.
So joining me on the mic tonight, we appreciate Bruce Horseman. Again, we talked about a battlefield promotion, so he's stepping up from the camera. We're going to do the best we can to hold tight our camera angles between Bruce and I. We'll work that as best we can, but Bruce is also going to help us with a little color to this commentating. So Bruce, say hi to the people for a second.
Well, good evening, folks. We're sure glad that you've joined us this evening. Not sure how many we've got, but I'm just glad that they're there. And we had to park literally in almost in Middletown.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a trek there. So
yeah.
As we get to kick off here, Elliott with the kick. Gets a little air under it. Is going to drop around the 10-yard line as the Madison returner gets
like
dropped at about the 12.
Yep, exactly. Right there at the 12. Nice kickoff right there by Eli.
Yeah, not only had some air, but some distance on top of it.
Sure.
If you put it on the 10-yard every time, we'll take that. So Middletown Madison's going to come out. They are a wing T team. At least they have been for many, many years. As this new coach that took over, kind of all of a sudden, you have a young coach, 24 years old, head coach, after Coach Poff had to leave for different reasons and right before the year started. So good luck to him as he gets through the rest of his year. So
oh, shoot. I already missed it. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
So we're going to line up Middletown Madison with the snap. That wing T look brings a running back through the hole there. It looks like a solid 7 yards to start this series. And we're going to do the best we can, but numbers are a little hard to come by on these camo jerseys, which is very awesome that they are honoring the National Guard and the military, but it's going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to do the best we can to grab numbers as best as possible.
Exactly. That was a tough one. It looked like maybe 58, but I'm not for sure.
So on the second run, quickly brought down. I believe that's Martin on the carry.
Got a first down out of that, it looks like.
So, again, we'll continue to call the plays, but maybe miss a few numbers here. So, Dayton Christian giving up the first down in the first series here as they start to feel out what Middletown is going to do. Again, coming out in a single receiver to the left, tight end to the right. Also have that kind of that sniffer back, that halfback with a lot of push from the offensive lineman. Great job there.
Yeah, I tell you what now, they got a lot of push off the line. And the guard pulled, it looked like to me, and got him deep, got him about 6 yards out of it. That's what it looks like to me. Again, it is so hard to see these uniform numbers tonight, folks. I
believe we're going to go with Callahan on that carry there. So
sticking to the run game already. It looks like they're going to try to just keep attacking us at the line.
Motion. The quick handoff underneath is going to be stopped quickly. It's going to be third down, and it looks like about a yard to go.
Number 74 for us stopped, it looked like. Sorry about
74 is, I believe,
that's what I need.
Should be Jeffrey Cox.
Yes. Better pull out my phone, too, to make sure I got the right roster.
Nate Williams, getting the credit for that tackle.
Yep.
As he flips over to the other side.
Got 4 in the box there on defense.
Another run. Looks like another first down, brought down by the defender, but after he's hit the line to gain +4, ball's going to rest right at about the 40-yard line. We're moving left to right on your TV screen, and 2 successful series here, or 2 successful down sets here. We're going into a third set. So on a roll is Middletown Madison.
Yes, they are. They're attacking our weakness right now.
The run game is something that they're definitely known to establish, and we'll see if Dayton Christian can step up, knowing that that's what's heading out of. Again, a couple slip tackles, finally brought down by Hess and by number 12. That's Coulter, I believe.
Yep, Coulter, exactly. And that was, I believe.
I'm sorry, that's Queen. Coulter's number 4,
yes.
Yeah.
I believe that was Jackson Cobb with the carry there, Coach.
Again, single receiver to their left. Both the tight end and the extra back on the right, the halfback. The dive underneath gets a couple yards. That'll give them another 3rd and short as they prepare to try to cross midfield at this line to gain.
For us, number 24, it looked like got the first initial hit.
That's Malachi Puller as he steps off the field and bringing in a little more size. It would be Cash Hendricks, I believe, coming in to spell him. Yep, that's a good old Cash. See if he can be money on 3rd down.
Got 2 backs there.
Split back set. Goes in motion, number 23 with the orbit motion. He is piled up this time first and stopped.
Nice.
So he's going to be driven behind the line of scrimmage this time. He'll actually lose about a half yard. It's going to be 4th and about 2. So this young coach, let's see what he decides. Is he a gambling man right off the bat? It looks like his offense will stay on the field. Taking the play in is number 12. That's Noah McCracken as he brings to the offense the coach's call. Defense makes a couple exchanges. Jacob Coulter coming in. Cass Hendricks steps out. Also, Chris Hodges Jr. coming over here to cover this receiver on the outside. But the tight end, again, the halfback over this side. Looks like he's able to gain enough yards for the first down as he dives forward for an extra 2. That's going to put it at the 48-yard line of Dayton Christian. So as they keep moving, the clock is ticking down to 7:19 as we have a 0-0 score in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us this evening from Mohawk Stadium.
That was Jace Priest with the carry there, Coach.
There you go.
Looked like they knew what they were doing, the halfback dive right there.
Was able to get a couple extra yards as he falls forward. Again, similar setup. It seems like we'll be in that. This time a pass out, but it drops just a little bit before it gets to the receiver.
It looked like maybe number 6 for us got his hand on that just a little bit.
Might have tipped that ball as I believe that's Johnson. Gavin Johnson is your quarterback. He's taken all the attempts so far this year, and as we try to make numbers work for us, we'll get those as best we can.
Yeah, they weren't thinking too far ahead on those.
Actually, number 13 is who's under center, and 13 is not listed. So we're going to assume that is Gavin Johnson because it was told to me that they made a couple changes because of the uniforms. It's going to be a flag on the play behind the line of scrimmage. Could be coming back here.
Looked like a holding in the backfield there. It happened fast. I'm actually surprised he caught it. Yeah, they're bringing that back.
As the refs talk about it just a little bit. Oh, a sideline warning against Middletown Madison. Okay. Or no, against Dayton Christian. Sorry. So that will count. It's going to be a first down run. So as the Mohawks continue to chew up both clock and yardage, ball's going to be set at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, we're at 6:45 right now. They've definitely worked the clock for themselves and got in a good position here. They'll be able to work this first quarter all the way out almost if they continue this same pace.
Yeah, this is what they've wanted to do with 850 yards rushing, only 132 passing. They want to keep the ball on the ground as much as possible. There's a false start there on the offensive side. That's going to move them back 5, get them behind the chains there on first down. So maybe that's the break that Dayton Christian needed.
Yeah, Dayton Christian they've got to shore up that middle. They've got to.
Seems like it's going to be a lot of dives and leads.
Yep.
A little old school power football, which talking to Coach Hurst, I asked him, what do you know about this team? And what would you consider to be their strength? He said, first and foremost, they're going to be disciplined. They're a well-coached football team. And they are going to be very, very physical. And we've seen that physical for right off the bat. It looks like pulling guards in the reverse, the counter. It's stopped pretty quickly by Caden Shepard and Hess, bringing them down. Also, Queen on the play.
Looked like they got him right back to the original line of scrimmage there.
So they get the penalty yardage back. It'll be 2nd and 10 as they're lining up in the middle of the field at the 30-yard line. 5:43 left in your first quarter. No score so far. It's the first offensive series, and Dayton Christian is yet to get the ball as they kicked off to start this game.
Braylon, what's that? Braylon Cockerham.
Cockerham
for them came in.
Yep.
he's in the wide receiver position, but
another kind of lead play, and running back stays on his feet, twists, and tries to fall forward, which he does for another yard, maybe 2. So that's going to put it 3rd down, and it looks like 7.
get us a stop here. That's what we got to do. We got to get us a stop.
Number 12, Noah McCracken's going to be one of your messengers coming in and out to deliver the play, we believe, to Johnson at this point. If you're listening from outside of our area, or if you're listening close by, feel free to text 513-655-7438. Let us know where you're watching from. Again, 513-655-7438. This time a pass, but he's going to hold it and keep it out to the left.
Stop short.
It's going to be short of the 1st down, but since he gambled at the 50, I'm sure he's going to take his chances here at the 23.
Yes, sir. They definitely were able to get that gamble to work for them earlier. And like you said, I believe they're going to do the same thing here. That Braylon Cockerham's back in, bringing the message into their quarterback.
Coming back into the game is Jack Orth for Dayton Christian, as well as Cameron Hartman, as they pack the line of scrimmage using the blitzers to cover up gaps. Motion, dive underneath.
Oh!
Feels like he gets off of him.
Got him.
That's going to be a turnover on down. So what looked like a potential, maybe got him around the collar or the face mask. There is no horse collaring in high school football. So they let that play go, and it's going to be a turnover downs. That's a huge stop for Dayton Christian.
Huge stop. That because they had all the momentum, Madison did, driving the ball down. They were doing everything they wanted to do, hitting the gaps, taking it around the outside. And so big stop for the defense.
So we'll see what Dayton Christian can counter. Now, the thought is that a lot of times Dayton Christian goes 4, sometimes 5 wide. This time, Cameron Hartman is actually going to start in the offensive backfield along with Jacob Coulter. 3 receivers to his left. That's Caden Shepard on the outside.
He has been their go-to receiver.
Absolutely, leading the team in reception yards and touchdown receptions. Motion.
Oh.
The touch pass to Brody Schmidt. He gets hit. It's only going to get about 3 yards or so. So his run on 1st down is going to leave a second. Actually, they're going to give him almost 5 on that.
It looks like, I was going to say he got more than 3 there, didn't he?
So as he leans forward and gets a little bit extra yardage, Dayton Christian sets up this time. They're on the left hash, the wide side of the field to the right. 3 offensive receivers to the right. You've got Jacob Coulter moves over to the right, as well as Cameron Hartman calls out the offense protection. Middletown Madison setting up. Looks like they have one man splitting, and that's actually 5. So they're leaving.
Oh,
drop pass to number 8. That's Biffle. Biffle with the drop pass. So the defender actually came off of him to play on the line of scrimmage, protecting the we'll say the zone read pull from Hartman. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5, almost 6, as we get set here. Dayton Christian not eating a lot of time off the clock just yet as the clock stops on an incomplete pass. It's 3 minutes to go. Gets the snap, fakes to Coulter.
Oh, there we go.
And he's off to the races. It looks like Brody Schmidt off into the offensive backfield, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Dayton Christian Warriors.
Big time slant play right there, Coach. They were able to get that off, got him through the line.
And I talked to Coach Hirsch this week, and I said, last week you ran a two quarterback system. What's the plan for this week? He said, we're absolutely going to have 2 guys on the field. We're going to have Brody Schmidt playing quarterback. We're going to have Hartman playing quarterback. But what Brody gives you in that receiver position, you just got to see that firsthand. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Ireland? We appreciate Sean Ireland coming out, battlefield promotion as well in his camera duties. We appreciate him stepping up and taking care of that. Ellie with the kick. It's up, and it's good. So that's going to be a 7-0 lead. So after what would be almost 6.5 minutes off the clock for Middletown Madison, it stops with the turnover on downs, and they're able to turn around in about a minute and a half with 2:49 left. 7-0 is your score in the first quarter. Dayton Christian is up and excited about what they can do, hopefully here on defense, to stop that long drive that occurred the last time.
That's been the MO all season long for Dayton Christian, is those quick outs, those quick slants, getting the ball to the right receiver. And right there was just exactly what they wanted to, I'm sure what they scratched out on paper.
Yeah, that was a tunnel screen to Brody Schmidt. So you had a block on the outside, which left him basically one-on-one with this far free safety. He was able to catch it, tuck it away, and then just simply outrun everybody. And again, that's why Brody Schmidt is, so we'll say helpful on the receiver position, because he can do things like that. So Middletown Madison, I'm sure regrouping now as Coach talks them up and gets them ready for this return. It looks like that's McCracken all the way in the back, and then I'm trying to get another number, maybe 18, which looks like Cody Clark.
Yes.
So Clark and McCracken should be your kickoff returners.
Let's see if we can get another good kickoff here. Get him deep.
Yeah, we like the height that we saw last time. Oh, again, watching Gallipolis, Ohio, watching Eli Queen, number 12. We appreciate you checking in from Gallipolis.
That's awesome.
We love our people in Gallipolis. Here we go. With a kick from the 40. This time, not as much distance. Definitely has. It's a live ball there. So he picks it up on the 20. This time he makes a one-man miss, but is it brought down by the Warriors, number 9 for Dayton Christian. We'll get a number here. Number 9 is the younger Hartman, Liam Hartman. So Liam Hartman helping out on special teams. A wonderful young man. I shared last week how Liam and Cam would go outside after every single weightlifting in the summer. It didn't matter how long they put in, how tired they were. They'd grab a ball out of the cabinet, go into the courtyard, and just work quarterback drills. And you want to reward and you want to appreciate young men that are willing to put that time in.
That's something that I've seen in all these boys this year, especially staying after practice, putting the time in and just doing the thing and that's the thing that Coach Hurst loves about this team.
So let's see what Coach Robinson, the defensive coordinator for Dayton Christian, the first play is going to be stopped pretty quickly.
74.
That's Nate Williams bringing that down, as well as Malachi Puller starting to cause some trouble there inside. Just a couple on that play. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we'll see what Coach Robinson, he had some time on the sideline. The benefit that Coach Hurst and I talked about earlier this week was they don't have a ton of linemen going both ways. They do a lot of rotation. Now, Nate Williams is somebody that's going to probably see a lot of times on both sides, but they're going to rotate Cash Hendricks in there. They're going to rotate a couple other people. So hopefully keeping them fresh, which means they had some time to talk with them on defense. Almost broke that one. Shepard was able to bring him down at the last second. That would have been a lot of green grass in front of him as you have the box packed because of the heavy run game.
Yep. Yeah, Dayton Christian had everybody in the box on that one.
Asa Crockett steps onto the field as number 2, Jack Orth, steps off. Good to have Jack Orth back after a week of injury. Was able to return to practice and on the game field tonight. So looks like tight end to the right, receiver to the right. This time they try to get it inside. They stop that pretty quickly. It's going to be 4th down, and we'll see where the yard marker sets up, but it's going to be close. It's going to be about a yard. That's all they're going to need. So Nate Williams comes back in. This time the coach might have changed his mind just a little bit because a group of Mohawks are coming onto the field. Looks like they'll line up for the punt.
Yes.
Going back is Caden Shepard.
Yeah, they're punters in on this one, and it looks like they're definitely going to rethink that going for it on 4th down.
And this should be Mason Willoughby. He's been their punter all year long. 4 punts for 111 yards, almost a 30-yard average. He's faking it.
Oh, he faked it.
Yeah, it seemed like that was going to be a potential. I was going to call that out, but we'll see if Coach Hurst saw that coming as well, and honestly just couldn't stop it. So that's going to be a 1st down. They'll have to reset the defense, and now Middletown Madison with a little momentum gets a 1st down on the 41-yard line. Yeah, the punter gave the good old-fashioned fake over the head, give the dramatics, which is good. That's what he should do, and that gave enough time for the running back to get through for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line as we're moving left to right. Middletown Madison, the Mohawks at 1-2, having a win last week against Blanchester. The 2-1 Dayton Warriors beating Miami Valley Christian Academy. And there's a big hit as he sticks, but he's able to keep driving his legs. Nice job on that. Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. Could be maybe a potential face mat. Oh, I think they're going to say an assist. So, sideline warning now on Middletown Madison. Okay.
Interesting.
It's okay. Both sides have had one.
Yep.
So we know that means the next time they will be penalized accordingly. So that play will stand as defense gets set here. It's going to be on the 48-yard line.
Yeah, they had him stopped, and they just let him keep turning his legs, and he was able to pick up, looked like another 4 yards after that.
Running back did a very nice job. He kept turning his legs. I'm sure just like Coach Ireland teaches his young men there that we're always going to turn those legs until you're brought down onto the ground.
What do they call that? Yak?
Yeah, yards after catch or yards after contact. Right?
There you go.
So they did move that ball back, which, usually with a sideline warning, they actually give them the first one, but there's a difference between a warning and being impeded. So if the referee felt like he was impeded, then they can give a 5-yard penalty. So we'll go ahead and start play here at the 39-yard line. That does put them behind the chains. It's going to give them a first down again, but it's going to be 1st and 12.
And the quarter is ending right here.
There you go. So with 1 quarter play, 7-0 is your score. So Bruce, just give us your quick rundown of quarter number 1.
Madison is definitely, the Mohawks have come to play. They've come to run, and they had a plan from the very, very beginning, and you can tell that it is evidence because their blocks are solid and they're crisp, and the halfbacks and the running backs are falling right in behind where they're supposed to, and they're picking up lots and lots of yardage. So on the flip side of that, we've got Dayton Christian, I think, got caught a couple times on their heels. And I think I'm sure Coach Hurst is telling them right now, listen, guys, we have got to stop at the line. We've got to make contact.
And Coach Poff ran the wing T for, if I'm not mistaken, probably 2 decades. And Coach Krim, who took over for him, was a guy that was in that system. So he not only is coaching currently, but played in the system of the wing T. And one thing about the wing T, and by no means is this a detrimental statement to the line or anything, a lot of times it's smoke and mirrors on purpose.
Yes.
That's what the wing T provides. It's misdirection, it's false pulls. And so if you have sound defensive linemen, sometimes that gets overturned by this system, in essence, that they're running the wing T. And they believe in it. They're going to be true to it. Again, that's why there's 850 yards of rushing and only 132 up to this point as the start of this game. So they're fully committed to the run game, is the Mohawks. So as we looked at the first quarter, we saw exactly what we thought we would see offensively from Dayton Christian. That 4 wide set, a single running back behind. It was Coulter. This time it was Hartman that took the snaps from the beginning of the game. Different than last week, it was Brody Schmidt. And he was able to successfully pass to Schmidt on that tunnel screen for the touchdown. So as the Mohawks start the second quarter, down 7-0, nice run. He's going to be into the open field, but he's going to be brought down by Caden Shepard. That's a first down run, just putting him past the 48-yard line. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, it looked like he got about 12 on that run there.
And it's like Novocaine. It's like Remember the Titans. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
We run 6 plays, but we just, do it over and over and over and really well, and it works, and just give it time. And I would liken that to, I was the superintendent at Clinton Massey for 7 years running the Wishbone.
Yes.
It was 6 plays. And the thing is, it was 6 plays against any defense you put out there. Didn't matter if it was 7 diamond, 6'2", 5'3", didn't matter. They knew how to run it because they've been running it since 3rd grade.
Right.
So the wing T is something similar as far as a system. This time the receiver, that's number 18, Cody Clark, comes out. He gets that pass, and he switches his hands, makes one defender miss. That's Hess. Gets outside, eventually pushed by number 2. That's Jack Orth.
Looks like he got another first down on that run, or on that after the catch.
Nice play. I thought he might have hitched just a little bit before that snap, but the refs let that one go, and maybe I saw some that wasn't there. So he came out in that motion set, got the 0 pass. behind the line of scrimmage, was able to gain a first down. So Middletown Madison moving the ball again, this time at the 35-yard line on the left hash. Dayton Christian set up in their 4 defensive front there. It's a counter.
Yep.
Open this time. He's off to the races all by himself. One man to beat. That's Joe Jenkins. He is going to bring him down before he hits the end zone. He's going to be down at the 2-yard line. So brought him down in play. Joe Jenkins not giving up on the play, able to bring him down.
Yeah.
It's going to be a first down and goal from the 2.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run to get him, to run him down and get to him before he got, in the end zone. The thing about Madison, my wife grew up here in Trenton, just around the corner. Yeah. And, like you said, from Pee Wee football, from there all the way through, these guys are ingrained with this same exact mentality.
Yeah, the physical play is very clear from Middletown Madison. They're doing a great job. The Mohawks, as looks like Johnson resets his offensive backfield there. He's going to run it himself. He does get stopped. He's actually going to lose a couple yards there. Caden Shepard's going to bring him down at the 5-yard line. So a loss of 3. So it's going to be second down and goal from the 5, almost on the left hash.
Caden got great penetration there through the line and was able to get right to the ball. He had his eyes, you could tell, on that ball. He wasn't faked out. He wasn't, no decoy that time. He knew exactly where he was going.
Middletown Madison sets up now almost from the 5, just slightly inside. So this red zone appearance, their first one of the game, back. And the play's going to stop there.
Whistle.
It's going to be a dead ball offsides against Dayton Christian. So it's going to move it half the distance to the goal. So somebody either got a little anxious or he lined up offside. So coming back into the game is Jack Orth as Asa Crockett exits.
Just a little too excited. Wanted to stop that play, and I get it. I understand.
It looks like Cash Hendricks up the middle there, as well as Nathan Williams.
Yeah, those two have to really step up right here.
Weldon as well. Coulter in at linebacker. 2 in the backfield. The lead play straight ahead.
Yeah.
And that's a touchdown for Middletown Madison. The Mohawks with the first score of the game for them with the extra point to follow. So, nothing that we didn't expect.
Exactly.
Just pounding the ball, pound the stone, as they say, even on our side sometimes. So Coach Hurst giving some orders there to his alignment there for defense. Now, we'll see here whether they have a kicker or not. This may be a going for 2. They are bringing in a play, it looks like. So Middletown Madison may be one of those teams that didn't get to talk to the coach this week. We put out the message in the bottle, but I'm sure he was busy preparing for this game. So it looks like they are going to go for 2.
Yep.
They want to go from the left hash. So, there's a set play. Usually every good offensive coordinator has at least 4 or 5 2-point conversion plays, one that they keep in. So it's a little polecat. Yeah.
Overloading the line on the right side. Oh, they got him offsides.
Yep. So once you cross in high school, it is offsides. It's different in the NFL. You can actually return as long as you don't make contact. So that's going to bring the ball just a little bit closer. What was 2.5 yards now becomes basically 1.25 yards, we'll say. So they're going to move the ball just a little bit closer. The play's going to come in again. Number 21 is Cockerham. Yep. So we'll see what they have here. Again, this is left hash, so there's something that they want to do here, very specific. And we'll get that play here coming off with 9:47 left. The snap. The quarterback's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage, so the 2-point conversion is no good. So it's going to stay 7-6 right now in favor of the Warriors.
Looked like that. Let's see, that was James Harris, I do believe, the junior. He was running the offense on that play, and just Dayton Christian sniffed it out. They saw it coming, and they were able to get deep penetration quickly.
Nice time there in the stop of the 2-point conversion by Dayton Christian. So with 9:47 left in your second quarter, it's 7-6 for the Warriors. So we will have a question of the game later in the game. If you'd like to text us at 513-655-7438, we'll respond to those. And also let us know where you're watching from. We're blessed here to be at Mohawks Stadium. Thank you very much to Jonah, our AD here at Middletown Madison, allowing us to broadcast an away game. We appreciate Sean Ireland stepping up, helping us with the camera, as well as Bruce Horseman, both getting their battlefield promotions right here on the spot. So let's see what Middletown Madison has planned. The question is, you got a gambler, you got a young man on the sideline coaching as the head coach. Does he want to do an onside? Does he want to do a pooch kick? So if I'm Dayton Christian, I'd be ready for absolutely anything coming at him.
That is the truth. That is the truth. You just don't know. Oh,
They do
pooch
kick it away. It's
yeah.
a little bit of a pooch, but it looks like he wanted to get that one off. It looks like Cam Hartman's going to find some open on the right side. Brody Schmidt with a nice block. He stays on his man, brought down now at the 38-yard line is Cam Hartman. So not a lot of distance, definitely up in the air. Gave the blocker some time to go find a guy in camouflage, and that's a nice return of about
28.
A good 28-yard return there that puts us on the correct side of the field.
Yes.
Moving in from now left to right for Dayton Christian, their second offensive series at 9:37 in the second quarter. So Middletown Madison, no question, has got the time of possession in their favor, and a lot of times that actually works well for you when the game's all over, if you can win the time of possessions and the turnover battle.
But if we can get these quick scores here, Coach, and just keep attacking on the offensive side.
So you got three receivers to the right this time. Okay. There's going to be a stoppage of play for, looks like they want to check Asa Crockett's equipment. They're going to put him out of the game right now, so they need to make sure they're moving Braylon Biffle out to that outside receiver slot, or set, and then into the game is number 17 as the play call comes in from the sideline for number 17.
Yes.
And that's going to be Logan Orwick into the game.
Oh, yes.
Brody Schmidt with the fake, the run.
Look at that.
Off the right-hand side, makes one man miss. He needs to hold that ball nice and tight.
Yeah.
The 25-yard line is where he rests.
Looks like they're moving the chains. They got the first down.
First down now, Asa Crockett's back in the game, so whatever repair of his uniform needed to be made was made. He's back in good graces with the stripes.
Well, you're not kidding about holding that ball tight. Did you see him let that ball get loose out there on the?
Got to. We don't want to loaf or bread it, so I'm sure the coaches will tell him that.
There it is.
Fade pass. Caden Shepard complaining that he was possibly face guarded just a little bit there, but it looked like a good defensive play. Ball falls out of bounds, returned back to the referee there as Caden Shepard gets set on the left-hand side as the single receiver, three receivers to the right. Brody Schmidt looking to the sideline to get the call. And I had a quick talk with Brian Blevins, our offensive coordinator, that we appreciated his show that we got last week where, he was making the flapping birds and the, the quack calls. And I told him we had some fun making up the names of plays up here. We feel a couple of them had to be called duck, quack, quack or something of that nature. So Brody Schmidt now getting another snap.
There we go.
Outside. Braylon Biffle. He's brought down. Looks like a little bit of conversation afterwards from both sides, and they clear that up. Jeffrey Knox, the captain, stepping in, dapping up one of his opponents there. I like to see that type of sportsmanship and maturity. Nice job, Mr. Knox.
Yes. I attend church with him.
Oh, okay.
His family and him both are just exceptional people.
Yes, we were lucky to have him transfer in last year. So
yeah, and plus he's a great athlete.
Yeah. Single receiver to the left, three receivers to the right. Brody Schmidt fakes. He's going to follow up the blocker. Not going to get the first down, but it looks like he'll have 2 yards to go. So it's going to be 4th and 2 from about the 18. No, right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah,
4th and 3.
About 8 on that. That's it. Yep. Yeah, Mr. Knox is he serves every Sunday at the coffee bar.
Excellent.
And he's just one of those kind of kids. He's respectful, and it's the kind of kid you want.
That's right. We can get behind those kind of kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's like they got 3 wideouts on the close side.
Oh. Okay, so that's going to be offsides now on Middletown Madison. That should give them the first down. So, as the yard marker changes over to 1, they're going to call offsides there. So got 1 at least both ways, 1 and 1. So the offside calls are even. Also joining us there on the offensive line next to Knox and Spangler is Isaac Dega, a young man that just came in last year as a freshman, I believe, from Bellbrook, doing a great job in his first year of playing football and just absolutely has fallen in love with the sport. Jacob Coulter with his first carry of the game, churning his legs as we've seen the Middletown Madison running backs. He said, look, I'm not going to let you show me up. I'm going to be able to turn my legs and get a couple extra yards as well.
Yeah, it looked like he got about 5 there, Coach. I mean, he just kept pounding those legs and driving forward, and then he fell forward. That's the other thing, too, I love about our runners is when they're hit, especially Mr. Coulter, he falls forward.
Yeah, and credit to the Middletown Madison runners as well. We've seen that all night, that they get another 2 yards or another yard and a half by leaning forward. That's good coaching, you can tell.
Yep, exactly.
The snap, Brody Schmidt running to the outside, wants to run. He dumps it in for a touchdown. But it looks like he's going to call him over the line of scrimmage, which it did look like he was close. So they're going to call illegal man downfield. So that makes sense. Even if he wasn't over the line of scrimmage, the offensive line had went past their yard that they get if play. So looked like he was going to run at the last second, decided to do almost like a little jump pass. That's going to result in a penalty. We're going to move that yard marker back another 5 yards, it looks like.
You were talking earlier about all the pulls and the fakes and all that. It reminded me of the time when Peyton Manning was at Indianapolis. I mean, that there was always the deception going on.
Yeah.
And then that jump pass right there kind of reminded me of some of the Colts fancy.
Whether he meant to do it or not,
it looked good.
Right? We say that's exactly how it was drawn up, just like the punt pass that we had of over 40 yards the other week.
Yes.
So just like we drew it up. So again, the yard marker goes back. It is a loss of down. So we're now 3rd and 11 as Brody Schmidt resets his offense.
Well, it's a good thing Mr. Ireland was able to get that on film, so we at least have the evidence that it actually happened, right? The jump pass.
The jump pass happened. So as the offensive call comes in from the sideline, he's got his offense set. He's going to stop for just a second there. It looks like the ref is making sure everybody is set and accounted for, which they do. 6:54 is your time left. 7-6 is your score as Dayton Christian is driving in the red zone here. The snap, Brody Schmidt with the fade. Caden Shepard with the catch and the touchdown. Caden Shepard, but that's going to be a flag because Caden Shepard was not doing things he should be doing after that catch. Yep, so that's not the way that we're going to act, and I'm sure that Coach Hurst is making him aware of that.
Very quickly.
We want to make sure that we are good stewards of the skills that God has given us, and we can be happy but not,
flaunting.
Yeah, there you go. We don't want to flaunt. Agreed. Yeah. But nice catch, nice pass. That play went exactly like it was supposed to until the penalty. So nice job by Caden Shepard to bring that ball in. Nice job, Brody Schmidt, for making that pass. It's going to go on the kick. So on the kickoff, you're going to see that penalty
assessed,
realized. Yep.
It's one thing to be bold, but it's another thing to be brazen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing I tell my son all the time too, Clay. Listen, you can be as bold as you want for Christ.
Amen to that.
Just don't be brazen about yourself.
Right. Again, coming into the game, Elliot Newton, our kicker, that's done a great job so far after the second score that makes it 13-6.
Send me that thing at halftime. We were talking about making sure he's giving me the other roster.
There we go. So that point after attempt is going to be good. So the score now after 6:44 left in the second quarter is 14-6 as Dayton Christian comes back to the sideline to get set for this kickoff. Middletown Madison regrouping there with Coach right in the middle, and we'll get your returners here in just a second. So we appreciate everybody checking in. While we got just a minute, let's talk about our sponsor. And it's the construction world that I'm sure Mr. Ireland is very familiar with, and he knows how good and important it is to have an asphalt company that you can trust. Wouldn't you agree? So is your asphalt or concrete cracked, crumbling, or in need of an upgrade? Call the experts at the A-Team Asphalt and Concrete. Whether it's commercial, residential, big or small, our crew delivers quality craftsmanship that lasts. From fresh asphalt paving to custom concrete, we do it all. Reliable, professional, and guaranteed to impress. Don't wait another season. Get your project started today with the A-Team Asphalt and Concrete. Call now at 937-774-0019. Bruce, do you want to hear that number again?
Yes, sir. Please.
937-774-0019. And let us pave the way to something greater. That's a good Christian-owned company.
Yes.
Our friend Caleb there owns that company, doing a great job in glorifying Christ in his business, and we want to support businesses that do the same. So, again, assessed on the kickoff is the penalty after the touchdown catch. Mr. Newton will set up the ball at the 25-yard line. He kicks it. Is it going to stay in bounds? Nope, that's going to go out of bounds. So they'll have the option to either re-kick or take the ball, and it looks like they're going to take the ball as their offense steps on the field.
Yeah, went out there. It looks like right at the 30. So they're going to get started. Not quite at midfield, but decent return right here.
So they are talking about it here on the sideline. Again, making sure the coach knows he has the option of a re-kick based on that penalty. So we'll see what his decision is in just a second.
Oh. I thought he pointed to the re-kick at first.
So they're going to call that first down on the 35-yard line after that penalty. The ball will rest in the middle of the field as the Dayton Christian Warrior defense gets set to stop the rushing attack of Middletown Madison. And, yeah, I thought it was the 45-yard line, so I'm glad they made that correction.
Yep.
That's why
that was my fault, Coach. I missed that.
No, that's okay. I think.
Because the other umpire was over there on the 30. That's what made me think that when he was standing there.
Oh, no, because of the penalty, It's penalty yardage, not a set place that it gets. So that's why it's at the 50. Okay.
Okay.
So because of that penalty
Because of
assessed
the
on the
15.
kickoff, another 15 comes back and makes it at the 50. Yeah, so
I'm sure Coach Hurst is livid right now over that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not happy about that one. So let's see if the defense can pick up the special teams.
Let's get us a stop.
There goes the handoff.
Oh, no.
Makes one man miss. He's still up. He's going to be brought down by Hess. That's a first down on first down.
Yep.
A great run by the Middletown Madison running back. Doesn't go down on first contact.
No, he gets it out to about, the 34? Or no, I'm sorry, 36.
Dayton Christian reset their defense. Asa Crockett back on the field. Hartman comes back on defense as Coulter takes a breather on the sideline. The fake.
Yep.
Gets the dive to go forward. It's a very successful run. That's going to be a good 5-yard gain.
Yeah. Looked like number 12 for us got a little shook up on that play. He got up slow and still shaking it off. He looked like he got hit in the hip.
That's Queen.
Yep.
Queen is the youngest old man I know. That guy, I mean, he's a sophomore, but he, acts like a 30-year-old.
Sure.
Yeah. We love him. Again to number 18, who's been the bell cow. Reverses field, makes one man miss and gets off of the block to add another 10 yards to that.
Finally brought down by number 0 there, it looked like for us, for the Dayton Christian.
Looks like some high tackling going on, and that's interesting that we noticed that because Coach Hurst specifically said that as something that was a conversation during our time together this week, and that is to make sure that tackling, which he feels has improved, especially over last year, especially there can't be high tackling, there can't be shoulder tackling. We want to take people down at the hips or below.
We got away with that last week several times.
Johnson gets the or gives the handoff.
Adam Kelly right there for the Mohawks, right up the middle, Coach.
So Kelly is one of those 4 guys that you're going to hear his name as it's been called most of the year. He came into this game 36 attempts with 133 yards, 3.7 average, and he has a touchdown to his credit as well. Again, two split in the backfield. The snap as they pull both guards. Brought down again inside the 6-yard line.
Looked like Caden made the first initial hit.
Kind of cleaned up by Hess and Cash Hendricks as well. So it's going to rest at the 6. It is first down and goal with 4:34 left in the second quarter.
Mohawks continue to just own that line. They continue to manhandle and open up gaps, and that's what is their success tonight so far.
As the motion goes, it looks like there's going to be a timeout, I believe, called by Dayton Christian. So as we have this time to take just a moment, we're going to try to do our best to get some numbers for you as we make a couple notes here for the Mohawks.
Yeah, I mean, the Mohawks have definitely owned the line on both, on all throughout any of their offensive sets tonight, and they've continued to be able to open up the holes that they need to get their runners moving in the right direction. And like you said, Coach, earlier, a lot of trick plays, a lot of fakes, a lot of dives, and we're just getting caught again several times on our heels. And one of the plays that was kind of evident was that pass to number 18 for the Mohawks, and they ran it down the side. We were not ready for that, and we didn't have any safety back.
Well, and, some coaches would say, hey, we're going to take away your best, and then if you can beat us with something else, then good for you in the sense. And that was Bill Belichick's always approach is I'm going to take away your best player, and then if you beat me with somebody outside of that, then, we can't prepare for everything and everybody. So as the Mohawks come back on the field, they'll go ahead and huddle after a conversation with their coach as Dayton Christian need a little time to talk it over and think about what they needed to do.
I'm sure Coach Hurst was just telling them that guys got to dig in, you got to get your feet set, and you got to square up to these guys. Quit trying to tackle them from the side, arm tackle them, but hit them low and drop them.
Preston Buchanan with and he's able to get a score.
That second effort got him in there, and he just kept driving them feet and his legs.
Yeah, Preston Buchanan, somebody that they've really counted on with 22 carries and 183 yards coming in.
Wow.
Averaging 8.3 yards per carry with a long of 43. That'll be his first touchdown of the season. Congratulations to that young man, which is going to make it 14-12. So this game could be tied after this 2-point attempt. So we'll see if they polecat it again. That's the old term that we use when they make that big shift there for the 2-point conversion to try to catch Dayton Christian offside, which actually worked well for them last time. So I'm sure Coach Robertson has had that conversation with his defense to let them know, let's not do that again. So this time it's in the middle of the field. So again, on that play sheet of 4 or 5 2-point plays there, this one's now going to go to the left-hand side with good blocking. He makes it to the outside, and now your game is tied 14-14 with 4:09 left in the second quarter. Dayton Christian cannot stop the offensive attack here in the second quarter of the Middletown Madison Mohawks.
No, he was able to get in and he was even untouched. He really was. And again, I think we just got caught kind of sitting back and not attacking off the snap of the ball. And we paid for it,
It looks like they changed the blocking of that play just a little bit. So when they ran that for the other 2-point conversion from the left hash, the defender that cut in didn't have a blocker assigned to him. That's why he made the play. That particular time, they sent a blocker right at the linebacker that was making that cut in. They stopped him at the line. He was able to get outside of that. So that's a good adjustment by the coaching staff of the Mohawks to recognize that need there, and they make the adjustment and make the play.
Let's see what we can do here on this kickoff, see if we can maybe march it. We've got 4 minutes and 9 seconds left here in this half, so maybe we can march it right back down the field and get us a score.
Brody Schmidt will be in for one of the kick returners. Looks like Braylon Biffle will be your other kick returner. You want the ball in the hands of either one of them.
Yes.
One of your up guys here, Caden Shepard. Looks like Cam Hartman. So the last return was good. We'll see what this one can do, or if they're going to maybe do a little onsides here. Again, I just have that feeling. I have that feeling, that eerie feeling that this coach has a thought of maybe just trying to poke one right here in the corner on the 50. And a little bit of a pooch still. So Caden Shepard gets the ball, moves to the outside, gets to about the 49-yard line. So a 51 yards to get to the end zone in 4 minutes flat, now 3:59. So nice kick, small return. So we'll see what Dayton Christian can do here as the ball gets set for play with 3:54 left in the second quarter.
You know, I'm like you, Coach. I think I'm surprised that they've not tried that trick play. You know, the onside or the pooch. Just they've played so well up front, you know, all night long.
They're keeping it in the back pocket, which is smart. I mean, right now it's a tie ball game. You don't need it. So, you know, he's probably keeping that one for later, and maybe lull you to sleep a little bit on a couple of these kickoffs, which is would be guilty if Dayton Christian does that. So they better be ready every time the ball is kicked. So you've got three receivers to the right, Coulter to the right. Hartman will get the snap. The pass to Biffle. He drops it. So that's going to be an incomplete pass on first down. Would have been good for about 5, maybe 7 before being brought down, but that ball falls to the ground. So it'll be 2nd and 10 as we start here on this offensive series after a tying score by the Mohawks and an extra 2-point conversion makes it 14-14 with 3:57 left in the second quarter.
You know, that little slant has worked. We got to hold on to the ball.
Caden Shepard.
Oh, he's been held. Yep, flag.
Yeah, it seemed like that one was a little more obvious. Got caught around the neck area. So as the ref comes in to explain what the call is going to be, it's going to be defensive holding. And the Middletown Madison fans let them know that they do not appreciate that call.
Mr. Harris is back in the game for the Mohawks, James Harris.
So they'll have to walk this one off. So they'll reset the ball to play here. And it looks like it's going to give them enough for the first down. They are moving the chain. So now as they reset with a first down at the 41-yard line, 3:53 left.
Still plenty of time.
Quick strike offense, as Dayton Christian has been able to do so far a couple times this game, gives you lots of confidence that they can score before this half is over.
We love the fans with the cowbells.
So we are going to move the chains. There's a little question there, but we got that worked out by the stripes. First down at the 41-yard line. It's on the left hash. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Brody Schmidt in the middle. Asa Crockett to the outside. The snap. The ball goes to Coulter, who actually is hitting the backfield, but able to get back to not only the line of scrimmage, but about a 1-yard gain. That's going to rest the ball at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 9 as the clock keeps running with 3:37 left.
He made a good spin. He made a good spin after that initial hit and was able to at least fall forward and get him that extra yard there.
Yeah, Jacob is strong and kind of has that good center of gravity lower to the ground. So he was able to spin off of that tackle and at least get back and maybe 1 to gain there. So 2nd down and 9 again. The fake, it goes out this time to Braylon Biffle. Makes one guy miss, in and out, weave and hold that ball tight as he brings the ball down with him at the 34-yard line. So it leaves a manageable 3rd down here. There's no question this is going to be 2-down territory in this side of the field. So you've got 2 plays to get 3.5 yards, we'll say.
The lights have come on and the sun's starting to set. So
Asa Crockett sees now a single receiver here on the right side, single coverage as well. I'm thinking Hartman might look his direction if he backpedals on the snap. No, he actually crosses the field.
Oh.
He gets the ball, but it's going to be behind the line to gain.
Oh, the ball came out?
They're going to call that ball down. They're going to call it down. So he was down before the ball came out. So there was a crossing pattern, but unfortunately the Warriors ran into each other.
Yep.
So they hit each other on that crossing route. So he wasn't able to get the depth that he wanted. We said it was as 4-down territory, and that's what Coach Hurst has called. So from the sideline, we're giving a play in. 4th down, and it looks like a long yard.
Yes.
3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. That's Asa Crockett. Going to look to the sideline. They're going to call timeout and think about it for just a second. So it's 4th down and 1. Coach Hurst said, you know what? You don't take timeouts if you don't need them to the locker room. So go ahead, Coach Blevins, if you need one. Let's have a conversation with our players here with 1:54 left and a 14-14 score. No reason to be concerned if you need some extra time. So, again, come join us in this broadcast and let us know where you're watching from. 513-655-7438. Again, 513-655-7438. We'll have you join in the question of the game later on. I know Mr. Ireland's very excited. He's on pins and needles to figure out what that is. You can see the excitement in his eyes.
You know, last week we talked an awful lot about pizza.
We did.
And there are 2 fantastic pizza joints right close to us.
Oh, really?
One of those is Richard's Pizza.
Oh, absolutely. A classic.
It's in Trenton. It's
Yes.
only about probably 3 miles
Just down
from
the
us.
road. Yep.
And then we have Pizzanello's, which we talked about last
Yes.
week, right here in Franklin, downtown on
Okay.
Main Street. So
How about that?
if anyone would like to drop one of those by this evening, we would not turn them away.
Oh, we certainly would not turn them away. Mr. Ireland says an emphatic amen to that.
Yes. I still got to get downtown and get you, because you said you'd never had Pizzanello's.
I haven't yet.
And
yeah.
I need to get downtown and get you one. I'll bring it up at lunchtime for you.
I'm okay with making special trips for pizza. I've made many of them, so that's no problem for us to drive up to Franklin and see what they got. As ball gets returned to play after the timeout, Brody Schmidt is now
He's
in the
under.
backfield,
Yeah.
so there is a change. Oh,
offside. Oh, get to him. Push. Oh. He stopped it.
boy, really felt like he was offsides there.
Oh, wait, they hadn't
Okay.
gone dead.
Nope.
And that we picked it up.
So they're going to call that and I'll be honest with you, what looked like, I'm assuming is a fumble. There was such a scrum of people that we really couldn't tell, but did the ball pop out, it looked like, and then picked up by Jacob? Okay. So on the fumble, the advance puts it into 1st down territory. So now we're going to be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
149 and a running clock here.
It's going to be 2-by-2 at this point. So single running back, and that's Coulter with Brody Schmidt in the backfield. He fakes the pass, run. Now he's going to bob and weave inside, keeps running down to the 9-yard line. So after the fake pass, he's able to find an opening. It seemed like the seas parted for him there.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say, Coach, is that seam just opened up, and he was able to take full advantage of that and get down to the 9.
Leading the way there is Knox and Spengler and Dega on the right side, giving Brody Schmidt 1st down yardage. So now it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line as Brody Schmidt stays in the quarterback position.
Yeah, Knox did a great job of sealing his man off, getting that hole to open up.
Jacob Coulter echoing the play to his 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Brody Schmidt with the catch. Same idea. He wants to run it, but he's going to be brought down quickly, not even getting back to the line of scrimmage, or just barely getting back to the line of scrimmage. I think at this point, they kind of know what's coming if Brody's in the game.
Well, it looked like Caden might have fallen right in front of him and then kind of tripped him up, too. Caden went down to one knee, and then by the time that Brody got to him, he couldn't get around him.
This time, 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Brody Schmidt in at quarterback. Jake Coulter is going to be your pass protection there underneath. The throw goes to and caught by Cameron Hartman.
Yes.
With a sideways delivery and a very tight window to hit. That was a nice pass. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Ireland? Yes, a nice pass by Brody Schmidt. So, again, he can throw, he can catch, he can return kicks. The man has many talents, and that was one of them right there. So, as he throws to the right or from his right to his left.
Well, I tell you what, the way he was able to keep that play going and prolong it long enough to get his receivers open. And then, like you said, made a great athletic play.
Hartman is your holder. Elliott with the kick. It's up. And it's no good, actually. Yeah, I guess I didn't see that. Maybe from this angle, it looked like it was good, but apparently they said no. So we're going to go 20-14. So both teams have had some issues in the after point attempt. So it's going to be Dayton Christian lining up for the kickoff with 19.5 seconds left. So they took over the ball right at 4 minutes. They were able to go 3 minutes and we'll say 40 seconds and leave 19.5 for the Mohawks. So on this return, probably a couple run plays or a couple pass plays, and then we'll go into halftime. As it's set here, the defense will get going after this return. So thank you for joining us. Those of you, pass it on to a friend. Let them know that they can go to the Dayton Christian School channel. There's two of them, actually, an academic and an athletic. They'll see that athletic insignia up there at the top, and they can go and check this live stream out. We'd love to get a few more people online, make sure that we're able to promote our brand of football across the country, maybe even across the world. You never know.
Exactly.
There could be people in India right now watching Dayton Christian football. There could be people in China right now watching Dayton Christian football. So we appreciate those that have joined us. Again, you can text us at 513-655-7438. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll have you chime in later as we have the question of the game. So this time, with no penalty assessed on this kickoff, it'll be at the 40-yard line. As Elliott sets a nice kick and spin. Yeah, that one's this one's caught at the 19. He tries to bring the ball across the grain, if you will, and able to hit him down as Cameron Hartman.
Yeah.
And they're going to have 10.3 seconds left to see what they can do here from the 29, maybe the 30-yard line.
Between Cameron and Caden there, they both sealed down very quickly to cut that lane off for him. And, Caden is everywhere.
He is. He is that everything man. In fact, it's funny you bring that up, Bruce. I actually said that to Coach. I said, who's kind of stepped up, who's kind of been the guy so far. And the first name that came out, it was Caden Shepard.
Yep.
Leadership, he said on Friday nights. It starts in his pregame routine. It starts where he just gets his mind set and he's ready to go. And then he also gave a special credit to Braylon Biffle.
Yes.
I guess they call him Rev. Again, another Remember the Titans reference.
Yep.
So, he's able to just kind of calm everybody's hearts and minds. He's the guy with a very strong-rooted faith that showed a lot of grit so far this year and leads most of the prayers for the team.
I was going to say he's the man, the gentleman that actually prays every game after the game as well along the sideline, which makes me cry every time I see it. So
we'll see what Middletown Madison has in store. Dayton Christian will get the second half kickoff. So we'll see if they're ready to try to shoot one out here. There they are going to go with the pass. And if not for Hess making that stop, he had a little more green to go. But Caden Shepard was waiting to probably receive him here in just a second. 4.7 seconds left. The timeout goes to the Mohawks. Yep. So as Coach calls them over, they'll assess maybe the viability of a long pass or maybe a little, hook and lateral, something like that.
A little trickery here.
Yeah, trickeration.
Yeah, this is definitely, and we'll talk more about this, I'm sure, at halftime, but Dayton Christian is definitely doing a great job when they get the ball. Mm-hmm. And they're attacking, they're not holding back, and they're being aggressive, and it showed. They've got 3 scores now.
And not using Jacob Coulter for the most part, he's had just a couple runs.
Sure.
So Brody Schmidt's been your runner. Hartman's been a passer. Schmidt as well with a couple passes. Last touchdown pass giving them the lead at 20-14 with just 4.7 seconds left. It's one of those things where if I'm the Middletown Madison coaches, I'm not 100% sure what I'm getting. I don't know what quarterback's coming out,
Right.
and that quarterback for the most part, Schmidt's the runner, but you never know because he was able to pass that last one in. So.
Sure.
As you see the Mohawks set up here,
We're
the
back
snap. This time he is going to try to pass it. He's able to, but brought down within play. So that one's going to end the half. That's
number 6.
Hess bringing him down. So doing a nice job. In fact, mentioning Hess specifically was coach saying that Hess was a sophomore, was the player of the game on defense for the Miami Valley Christian Academy just last week.
Yes.
So we are going to take a break and take our breath here as halftime gets started. We'll go ahead and let the camera roll so they can see the band here from Middletown Madison. We'll come back on with a few minutes left and have a couple conversations about the second half of play.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic job. I was the one kind of recruiting the camera, so thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. I thought I had it right.
Welcome to the field, your marching Madison Mohawk band.
Where you at? That's gonna be something. So, in the box. John, are you ready for a rousing board meeting? Oh yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. We're coming in at a hot time. Are you new board member? Oh wow. So I've been in ministry 20 years.
Sure, that's great. Actually, I would think Madison Mohawks marching band in the direction of Jordan Hurley, Dayton, Jason Lawson, Nikki Allen, Zach Wood, and Pete Graham. And set on the outfield campaigns as the 2025 show, Firebird Feathers and Flames. Once again, first. We are rated by going over to Choosing Wheels from Signature Street Coffee. Also, all the way around those, the bits and these and they also
There's a hard no. That's worse than hers.
Are we ready, Coach? Big names coming out. Yeah. Look what happened. Right? Yeah. And I think it's going to be even more.
So as the clock gets set to 3 minutes, Dayton Christian rushes out from the locker room, or I will say the locker area at least, and is going to have to warm up pretty quickly here as they will get the ball to start the second half. So Bruce, as we've seen the first half eclipse now into the second half, 2014 is your score, 3 scores by the Dayton Christian Warriors, 2 by the Mohawks. What are you expecting? What potential changes could you see the coaches making going into this second half?
Well, when it comes to the Mohawks, Coach, I think what we're going to see is a lot of the same on the offensive side. I think you're going to continue to see them pound the line, continue to try to create gaps and get through the middle because it's what's worked for them.
Yeah.
But
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Yeah. But on the offensive or on the defensive side, I think you're going to see them adjust and maybe go a little bit more man-to-man because I think this zone that they've played, our 2 quarterbacks are just picking it apart. And like we talked about just before the end of the half, Dayton Christian has really done a great job of getting the ball and getting it down the field. They're not wasting any time. Yeah, the possession still favors the Mohawks, but Dayton Christian's the much more efficient one because they're getting the ball and getting it down the field. So I think on that side of it, you got to really take stock in the fact of, hey, you've been able to move the ball. You've been able to get your receivers open. So just stick with what's working.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting because, again, I think if you're the Middletown Madison coaching staff who's doing a great job making adjustments, but, you're not exactly sure what you're going to get because, Brody Schmidt comes in the game. You think, okay, run first. And that has been the case for a majority of his reps and possessions. But he is able to pass the ball with a passing touchdown here to end the second quarter. But, then Hartman comes in. If he needs to, he can run. He's definitely athletic enough, but he's your passer-first mentality.
Yes.
So you're not exactly sure. So if you drop an extra guy into coverage, does that open the door for Jacob Coulter then, who at this point has not been used a tremendous amount? He's definitely taken his steps in the pass protection game, but as far as carries, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2 or 3 in that first half.
I think it's 3, and I think you're right on the money there, Coach. And I think – honestly, I think we're going to see more of him in the second half. That's just my opinion. I'm not a football guy, but I think you're going to see more of him in the second half because I think they're going to go man-to-man. Just what I would if I was the coach on this side, but he's the one that's getting paid, not me. But the thing is they've got to stop the fact that Dayton Christian's just picking them apart with the passing. So Mr. Coulter is going to have to be ready to step up and hit the line hard.
Yeah, and there's a philosophy that, a lot of coaches have that once they have the lead in the second half, they want to eat clock. They want to milk clock. I don't know that Coach Blevins is that guy. I don't know Coach Blevins very well. I met him through the summer. He's done a good job so far. Definitely points on the board have been good over the first 4 games, including this one. So I think it'd be interesting to see kind of maybe a snapshot into the future. Does he want to go heavier on the run in the second half to eat up clock, or is he willing to go ahead and let Brody Schmidt sling it a little bit or Hartman sling it a little bit in order to keep the ball moving and the down markers going forward? So back again, looks like Schmidt is on one side. Looks like Braylon Biffle is on the other. So as the sun has set and we're able to see the numbers just a little bit better, hopefully we'll get some good calls for you in just a second. So a lot of green grass over here closest to our press box. A little concerning there to see if that's something that Middletown Madison wants to exploit later on. So they do try an onside kick. Scooped up, it looks like Eli Queen.
Yes.
Yeah, what a great play again. Old man Queen doing a great job in there. Wonderful young man that knows the game of football, does a great job. I talked to Coach Hurst about him as well. Just how his football intelligence is really high and really mature for his age. So he's just somebody that is going to be counted on not only this year, but for in a couple years to come. So just to let you know, Middletown Madison, again, with that win against Blanchester last week, goes deeper into their SWBL play. We'll get the rest of their schedule as Dayton Christian gets the ball to start the second half. The snap, Brody Schmidt gets it to Braylon Biffle, who almost is able to elude that last tackler there, but they do get a solid first down gain of about 4.5 yards. As Middletown Madison's games
Preston Buchanan was there with the stop, Coach.
Coming up in the future. So they lost to Preble Shawnee. They lost to Madeira from Cincinnati. They won against Blanchester. They have Dayton Christian tonight, and then they'll go Brookville, Eaton, Valley View, Waynesville, Carlisle, and Oakwood, all SWBL opponents, which Dayton Christian has joined in all sports except football this year and will be coming on in 2027 in football. So Brody Schmidt with the snap. This time it's outside to Braylon Biffle. He's able to find an opening. He gets to the outside. He's going to go out of bounds. Well, actually, he gets back inbound, so it looked like he was going to go out of bounds, but gets another probably 4 yards after he eludes one defender and is able to get outside for the first down.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see that far, Coach, with those dark uniforms, just who did get him. But there was a pack of Mohawks.
Yep.
Chasing him down over there.
Coulter to his left of Brody Schmidt. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Coulter gets the call. Nice run on first down. That's going to be a solid 4 yards as he falls forward for the 4th yard, which is going to make it 2nd and 6.
Boy, his first step is what really sealed that for him to get through that line. He got that first step and he put his head down and really drove through.
If you're Middletown Madison, are you looking pass first, and that maybe opens up the opportunity to slip one underneath? 3 receivers to the left. Brody Schmidt gets the snap. The throw to Biffle again. Ball comes out.
But he was down, wasn't he?
Calls him down.
Well, I think he's saying incomplete.
You know, there is he's going to call that an incomplete pass. So he didn't control the ball as he went down onto the ground.
Yep.
So actually it's going to be
2nd and 6 now. Yeah, got to control that.
So it should be 3rd. I was going to say, they just hadn't moved the marker yet. So
my fault.
That first down run and then 3rd down, and it looks like 6, as you said. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. That's Asa Crockett. The catch, the fake, the throw to Hartman. He's going to get upfield. He's going to come down at the 9-yard line. So a nice catch and run as Hartman, from his counterpart, Brody Schmidt, with the successful completion catch and first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, he did a great job breaking free of that defender and just got tripped up at the 10 and then fell forward for the extra yard there.
Seemed like a hard pass. It had a little zip on it there from Brody Schmidt. So, again, he is a run-first guy, but, boy, the guy can sling it if he needs to. Now he is going to run. He's going to go outside, drop the ball into the hands, and weaving and way to a touchdown is Dayton Christian. Not exactly as it was drawn up, I'm sure, at halftime.
Was that Asa?
Let's see here, and I apologize. We don't have a number there. Was that? So that's Braylon Biffle.
Yes, my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry to his parents. I didn't mean to.
No, we got him.
Call him by the wrong name.
Braylon Biffle with again, almost instead of a jump pass, it was like a side pass, And this time the linemen stayed behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for 2 here.
Smart.
Seeing as they are down 1 PAT. The catch nice play by the Mohawks. That's a nice play. So the defender for Middletown Madison did a good job knocking that ball out of his hands. So 26-14 is your score. I believe that was Johnson actually on the pass breakup. So the quarterback goes to the other side of the ball on defense and does a good job stopping that 2-point attempt, 26-14 with 10:07 left in the 3rd quarter. So what they saw at halftime was they wanted to get it to the inside receiver in the trips to the wide side. They did that about 4 times,
Yep.
1 drop and 3 other successful completions. And now they come back with a couple runs and a side pass, and we get a touchdown, making it 26-14.
Yeah, Dayton Christian did a great job of exploiting some of the weakness there of the Mohawks defensively, and really took advantage of that, getting it down the sideline over there. Braylon Biffle being able to work it in for the touchdown. Great job to come right out and establish a solid score.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They got down the field in less than 2 minutes, so nice job by Dayton Christian. So I guess the thought is that they had him in the backfield, not expecting him to throw that little side pass, and the defense wasn't able to collapse. Newton with the kick and a nice job to the 15. Good air underneath it. Kane Shepard tracking his man down.
Oh, nice.
And the play by Weldon stops him, and bringing him down is Hartman again.
Hartman.
So that's his second tackle on kickoff. So he's going to be down at the 20-yard line. A nice kickoff, a good return, but it is stopped by the Dayton Christian Warriors, giving them an 80-yard field for the score.
And great job with that kickoff. Really getting it far, letting your defenders get down there, make the play they need to make, and put them, in the wrong end of the field.
Does it sound weird if I say this? That ball seems like it's in the air for a long time. Does that make sense? Like, it seems like it's almost like revolving. So it's the revolutions are so heavy that it's like stuck in the air for a second. So great job. If that's something that young man's been working on, it's working so far. Back to the run game of the Mohawks, and he breaks open. Joe Jenkins with a probably touchdown saving tackle if Hodges might be able to bring him down as well. So a nice run there on first down. Yeah, we're trying to get a number, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, number 20. That was.
Yes, number 20 is.
Adam Keller.
Yes.
Adam Kelly. So instead of number 1, he's number 20. So with these military uniforms, not only have we had to move some people around here, but we'll change some numbers to make sure we give credit to these young men that are doing a good job. Sacrifice as they do throughout the summer or the heat. All that sweat and blood that they're pouring out. We want to make sure we try to get their names right as best we can. So appreciate the help up here up top. Dayton Christian now 2nd and 6 as the Mohawks start at their 40-yard line. Split backfield again. Turn around quickly. He's met in the backfield, but he did bounce it out. It's going to stay at the line of scrimmage, though. So a nice defensive play by Dayton Christian. Caden Shepard coming up and making that tackle.
Yeah, it looked like that was Keller again with the
Adam Kelly. Yep, Kelly, number 20.
Yep.
So on the right-hand side at the hash comes the single receiver for the Mohawks.
They're saying
third
down and 4.
It looks like 3rd and maybe a long 4, almost 5. The motion. He gets it on the counter. He's free, and he's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him, and he's going to score as the Mohawks answer one to the other with a 60-yard run to pay dirt. Go the Mohawks with the point after attempt to come. 26-20. Now you're looking, every coach on their play sheet has a kind of a long chart that says, if you're down by 1, go for this. If you're down by 2, go for this. If you're down by 3, go for this. So they're looking at that chart right now. They're down by 6. Plenty of time left. You don't want to chase points. There's probably a little more scoring, hopefully, to do on both sides of the ball. So 8:23 left, 26-20. It looks like they are going to set up for a 2-point conversion.
Number 18, Cody Clark, the junior fullback, was the guy that scored that touchdown.
Oh, it looks like he did cross the line, so that's going to be 2 points. 26-22 will be your score as Dayton Christian will receive this kickoff. So the defense not able to hold the Mohawks out of pay dirt again, so we'll go back again to the return process and see what they can get. Having successful returns by Shepard and Hartman, they'll line up here in just a second, and we've already seen one onside. What would stop you from doing another?
Yeah, it seemed to almost work for them. Great job by Eli Queen getting his hands on that. Yes, right? Yeah,
Eli Queen was able to do that. Yep. So just letting you know the schedule for our friends here, the Warriors, as we gave you, where Middletown Madison will follow up here in the next couple weeks. Dayton Christian, obviously, an away game tonight at Middletown Madison. They're going to follow that up with an away game in New Miami. And again, that is an away game, if I'm not mistaken. There was an original schedule way back out that had that as a home game. So an away game in New Miami, an away game at Waynesville. The homecoming game on 10-3 will be Cincinnati College Prep. And then Gamble Montessori on the 11th. Worthington Christian on the 17th at home. And then Thurgood Marshall, the Cougars will end the season there at the 24th of October at Dayton Christian Field or Harmon Field for the time being. This time the ball gets away to Schmidt. He drops the ball, but he lands on it.
Yep, he covered it up.
So he covers it up after he tries to catch and go. I think he was running a little bit before he actually got the ball, as it looks like he needs just a second to stretch his leg out. So he is able to corral that ball back. It's going to be at the 33-yard line on the left hash as Dayton Christian sets up their offense. Brody Schmidt's kind of walking off that what feels like a hamstring cramp potentially.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell. I know he got hit hard on the ground there after covering up, but couldn't tell if he got hit in the leg or if he, like you said, Coach, if it was a hamstring.
Dayton Christian brings their offense back on the field, this time led by Hartman. 3 receivers to the wide side on the right. Jacob Coulter also on the right. Gives Caden Shepard single coverage on the left-hand side with Hartman as your quarterback. The snap. Protection is there, but actually it's a handoff this time to Coulter. Not much brewing on that first down run. Just about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. It's going to set up a 2nd and 8, we'll say.
Yeah, it looked like the Mohawks were ready for that one. They were playing deep, heavy in the box and ready to defend that run.
Yeah, they made a change, so now the inside receiver is actually being covered by a linebacker on the line of scrimmage. So let's see what Coach Blevins does to adjust to that, seeing as they wanted to take away what they made the change. Oh, a nice tight pass that's caught, brought down past the 50. What a great set of hands by that young man. We're going to catch that. That's Brody Schmidt.
Oh.
So in a ton of traffic, Hartman's able to thread that needle. Schmidt shakes off that hamstring concern, is able to get a first down.
Wow.
On that catch and run. Even carried a defender or two with him for a few yards afterwards.
He did.
So nice job.
Yeah, that pass, he threaded the needle on that one.
Hartman does have a little bit of height over Schmidt.
Yes.
So I believe that's going to be helpful at some
Coulter
times. And Coulter now off to the races by himself. A first down run on first down is going to give him the most yards he's gained all night in one play. So he's going to stop it at the 36-yard line as Dayton Christian's moving 2 first downs in a row.
Wow. Nice run right there by Mr. Coulter. He was able to get to the outside. His speed got him a few extra yards.
Nice block by Isaac Daga.
Yes.
Doing a nice job there, number 70, I believe. The snap. The long pass. He's got him. Brings it down, does Schmidt, but he'll be outside. He'll go out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Is that Asa Crockett? I believe that's Crockett on the outside. What a great touch pass by Hartman.
Boy, he feathered that right in there, didn't he, Coach? It just
getting some love from his center.
Yes.
Center coming back and giving him a little dab to say, hey, nice pass. He got to sit there and watch that one a little bit. So as the first down goes at the just at the 11, are they going to drop the markers? Yep, they're going to call that 1st and goal at the 10. So Brody Schmidt, Braylon Biffle, and Kate Shepard to your left. Hartman. A little bit of pressure this time. He gives it to Coulter. He's able to make 2 people miss. He gets positive yardage on the blitz. He'll be brought back after he stops his momentum around the 6-yard line. So they're going to give him to the 7, I believe, as he rests there. But he was actually stopped in the backfield. And as you said, legs churning, doing a great job. Was able to move that pile and at least get a couple positive yards. You could see that blitz coming. They showed it there from the beginning.
Well, they had deep penetration, Coach, right in. Yeah. They were right there at the quarterback.
At the exchange, really. Dayton Christian on the move. This time, more heat coming. You can tell. Picked up by Coulter. Let's see. So we're going to get a call here. The flag is thrown and the play is stopped. False start. So false start, that'll move the Warriors back, and that's going to be frustrating for Dayton Christian's coaching staff, because when you're on a roll like you are right now, we shake it off, we move on to the next play, but you don't want to lose momentum. So they're moving Brody Schmidt back to quarterback. So now this is an interesting coaching move. Let's see how this plays out. In the mid part of this series, they are moving to a new quarterback.
Right.
So Brody Schmidt's going to get the snap, wiping his hands clean on his sides. Hartman now is a receiver. He's going to roll to the right. Now he's just going to run it in. And he's able to – they're going to stop him on the 1 yard line. Nice effort by Brody Schmidt. He saw an opening. Caden Shepard, who had run that little pigtail route and was going back to the inside, was covered well by his defender.
Yep.
And then Brody said, you know what? Then I guess I'm going to have to do this by myself.
But great blocking right there by several of the Warriors, taking him all the way to the 1. Mr. Ireland thought they got in, though. He was excited.
He was the cameraman, so if anybody's going to be able to tell, it was him. So
yes.
we'll hit the replay, hopefully, on that pretty soon. We appreciate those of that have joined us. Now it's 26-22, 3rd down and goal. Drop the ball. He drops the ball. He's going to retain possession, but the ball skirted out of him on the right. Now, that's the only thing about being a shotgun-only team. When you're a shotgun-only team, it's hard to go under center, especially, we'll say, in the midst of a series.
Yep.
And honestly, guys just aren't used to having the ball hit their hands. That one seemed to pop off to the right there. If I'm guessing, if I picked up on Coach Blevins and his mannerisms or if I'm guessing his play calls, I would like to see Brody Schmidt probably rolling out on this one where he has a run-pass option.
There's a lot of room over here on the left side.
He's actually giving it to Coulter right up the middle. Touchdown. Dayton Christian Warriors.
Yep. Far side judge holding his hands up. Yep.
Nice job, Dayton Christian. So that actually was not smoke and mirrors. That was, we're just going to shove the ball right down the middle. That's behind Spangler. That's behind Knox. And a great push up front there. You got to give it to that offensive line. When you needed a yard, you got a yard. You can't ask more for them than that.
Well, my wife would tell me that when I called out Coulter as getting the ball here in the second half, she'd say even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Not every once in a while.
Yes.
I've said that many a times. Yeah. Hartman now is going to be the 2-point conversion quarterback. So snip, snap, snip, snap. We're going back and forth between quarterbacks. The snap. Hartman.
There he is.
Let's it go. Oh, that's good. Feels like the defender might have got there a minute early, but that's okay. So that one's going to not fall the way of Dayton Christian. It's going to be 32-10, so a 10-point lead with 4:13 left in the third quarter. And Mr. Ireland, I know you've been waiting the entire first half. It is time for the question of the game. Are you excited? I can tell the excitement in his voice. So I need you to text in 513-655-7438. So it's an interesting question. I'm going to assume that Jesus Christ is going to be everybody's first answer. So let's just make that assumption to say that one's checked off. If you had the opportunity to have lunch with any person in history, in antiquity, in the past, or maybe even in the present, who would you sit down to lunch and maybe just for fun, where are you taking them to eat? So, Mr. Ireland, let's start with you. Who are you taking to lunch?
Who am I taking to lunch? Paul the Apostle.
Paul the Apostle, good choice. I like that. And where are you taking Mr. Apostle? Where's Paul going with you?
Got to go to a good pizza place.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can't go wrong. Something tells me Paul loves a good pizza. You know, he spent some time in, the Greece and area. So he's got some pie. He likes that pizza pie.
Napolitano.
Yeah. So, nice kick over the head, and it's going to be dropped. That's a live ball as the defenders get down. Let's see if they can hold him to the 20. He reverses field. Nice job staying on his feet and gets plenty of yards after the catch there. So he gets to the 24. So, Bruce, give us your answer. So we got Paul the Apostle going for pizza.
I'm taking David. King David.
Okay.
To Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili. You can't go wrong with that. I can appreciate that. Again, text in your answer 513 655-7438. You can also put it in the chat. We've got a few here saying, let's go Warriors, go Warriors, let's go Warriors. If you want to put one in the chat, you can, and let us know who you want to take to lunch and who you're going to take with us. So we do have an injured player on the field. So let's wait just a second. We'll get back to those answers here in just a moment as we take a break.
That's a Warrior down.
For this injury player. Yeah, this is Coach Hurst going out to his player. We'll try to get a name and a number here for you, but they are flat on their back. So they're able to pop up here, and that may be Joe Jenkins. It is.
Yep.
Mr. Jenkins. What a wonderful young man.
Yes.
Joe was able to assist me in making a video earlier this summer. A very well-spoken young man, so he did a great job. And he was actually Coach Hurst's first choice when I said, hey, I need a football player that can talk. He immediately responded, Joe Jenkins.
Wow.
So Joe did a great job. So, again, let us know who you're taking, historical figure, maybe somebody even in the present. Who are you taking to lunch, and maybe where you're going with that person. So, Paul, King David, we've got some pizza and Skyline. You can't go wrong with a good Skyline Coney. So, the Mohawks.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Absolutely. Please do, so you can make sure that we continue to have this broadcast. Like and subscribe, and also tell a friend. Let them know there's still 3:52 left in the third quarter. It seems like it's been a long quarter.
It has.
It seems like it's been a while. This has taken quite a while. So let's see. We got an answer here for us. How about, I'd say lunch with any member of the 1970 baseball district champion team, only team to accomplish that. And that's from our friend Doug Adams.
Oh, my goodness.
Former coach. So Doug Adams doing a nice job for many, many years here at Dayton Christian as the head varsity coach. Brought in the backfield, or actually right at the line of scrimmage, is the Mohawk, brought down by multiple defenders there. Jacob Coulter leading the way. So wanting to see that 70s team, that championship team, and being able to talk, I'm sure, about some great highlights that were through that season.
You know, Doug is an incredible leader and incredible coach. But something a lot of people don't know is he's an incredible trainer, a teacher of hitting up at P413.
Yep.
He changed my son's entire trajectory when it came to hitting.
As the Mohawks reset, play goes this time.
Hey.
It's stopped, but he keeps turning his feet. He leans forward, and that's going to give him probably the first down. So stopped on initial contact, but yet again, that Mohawk running back, and it's been all of the running backs, churn their legs. That's a great job coaching by this team, by this coaching staff, to make sure that they're always leaning forward. So,
and just keeping those legs moving. And all these running backs look like they've got fire plugs for legs.
Yeah. The snap.
And
back inside goes the runner. Missing one tackle, but Coulter brings him down, along with some help by Weldon and by Nathan Williams as well.
Yes.
So great job by Dayton Christian to make a 32-22 lead with 2:12 left in the third quarter. Again, if you want to text in 513-655-7438, who you having lunch with, where you taking them to, let us know. You can also put it in the chat. We appreciate those that are joining us online. We appreciate those here at Middletown Madison that allowed us to broadcast from a very, very nice field here. This time it's a pass. Johnson turning, setting his feet. Oh, and he gets the catch. Nice job. So the defender with the ball in the air goes for the body rather than the ball. That's going to be a completed pass. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like 10, 20, looks like about 35 yards there.
Yep.
So that's actually one of, if not the longest pass play that they've had. We've got some stats. Well, this game for certain, but even looking at the year so far, yeah, they're and back to the run game. Caden Shepard brings down the running back this time, trying to go behind the line of scrimmage, but he'll be stopped after about 6 solid yards.
Yep.
And it looks like Johnson's long so far this year is 27. So, yeah, I actually think he has broken his longest for the year, and he's now got a probably 30-plus play with that catch and then the yards after catch. So,
yeah, he got that ball up, and really we should have got to it, but just like you said, they went for the player instead of the ball.
With the snap, the counter play, the double reverse actually. Dayton Christian stays home for the most part. It is a successful run, but not a big break for the Mohawks. It is going to move the chains, though, which is going to cause them to go another first down. Looks like we have Priscilla Schreier.
Oh,
Priscilla Schreier.
Yeah, she's the woman's speaker. She was in all those, like the one where they pray, the prayer closet movie.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so being brought down at the line of scrimmage with just about a yard to gain goes the Mohawk. He's brought down by, looks like, 0 on the play for Dayton Christian, and that's Adam Hess.
It was all about the prayer closet. That's
Gotcha.
Yeah, she was in that movie.
So let's see. That was
War Room. That's what it was called.
There you go. Taking
6
them
seconds.
to
4
Jags
seconds.
in Westchester. So the design run to the left is going to be brought by Dayton Christian down as the third quarter comes to an end. So he doesn't get a full 10 yards there. He's able to probably get another 2. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 as we flip the field. So Priscilla Schreier to Jags in Westchester. That's from our friend Brandy Slavens, and also says, "Go Warriors." Looks like.
Yeah, she can preach. Now Priscilla Schreier can.
Okay.
She can flat preach. Her and Beth Moore and
Gotcha.
I think they could do a pretty good tandem.
We appreciate those checking in.
Well, pretty much what I expected out of Dayton Christian in that quarter. Come out, attack with the run, because they'd really attacked in the air the first 2 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get Mohawks off their back on their heels a little bit, and they did.
Mm-hmm.
But defensively, we have got to get a few more stops. We have to.
Yeah, we know what's coming for the most part. They had a nice completion, good play there in the air. But other than that, we know it's that kind of double handoff, and the counter play. They're going to pull both their guards and go for the lead or the outside zone. That is, by the way, Tony Evans' daughter is Priscilla Schreier. Brandy's able to clean that up for us, helping us out.
I did not know
there
that.
There you go. So, again, if you would like to text us, 513-655-7438, or you could put it in the chat. Let us know who you take to lunch. If you could take anybody in history, and then maybe where they're going to have a meal with you at. So as 12 minutes start on our 4th quarter, 32-22 with the Mohawks driving. As you said, at this point, really not the answer we want so far for the Warriors when it comes to this rushing attack. They're able to move the ball pretty much, by choice. Not 100% of the time, but, they definitely are falling forward for positive yardage. Other than that stop in the very first series where they turned it over on downs, they've been able to move the ball relatively well. So it's going to be 4th down. Looks like a 6 yards to gain for the first down. The ball is going to be set at the 13-yard line, maybe the 12-yard line, as coming in, bringing the play.
Is that number 18?
No, that's 12, I believe. Noah McCracken.
My fault there.
So it is tough to see on these jerseys with the camo. We appreciate the National Guard supporting this game and the jerseys of the Mohawks. Motion.
You got to
goes to 18, gets outside, but he's going to be brought down. So he's actually going to lose quite a bit of yardage. So the yard marker has switched. It switched to 3rd back to 4th. So we're not sure exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe it was 4th down. Okay, so even our announcers are saying that it is a turnover on downs.
Yeah, we've got one of the coaches up here calling from the box up here. He's hollering back down to our coaches, telling them, hey, listen, that was.
The defense is staying on the field, so they're going to say that it is now 4th down.
Oh.
It's 4th and 11, and that. Even our staff up here is saying that it was 4th down, but the refs had decided that is not going to be the case here. Maybe Coach Hurst should call a timeout here, possibly.
He is. He is chewing in the ear on that.
This is a big play for the defense. They're giving an extra play here, so we'll see what the Mohawks can do with it. It's going to be a pass play. Sets his feet, deep ball.
Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah.
So pretty much the worst case scenario happens based on the extra play, or what potentially is an extra play. So it looked like it was fourth down. It looked like it was going to be a turnover on downs. Even the announcers here at the booth said that was going to be fourth down. But I'll tell you, a beautiful pass by Gavin Johnson. Absolutely drops a dime into the breadbasket of the receiver. So with the receptionist, number 18, Cody Clark, who's done a great job all game. So nice job, and they're going to go for two, obviously, here. So 32-28 is your score, so 10:56 left. 3 timeouts on both sides of the ball. So this time as the Mohawks set up at the 2.5-yard line, ref makes a call to stop play for just a moment. He's going to go and discuss with the white hat, see if there's a change that needs to be made. I mean, that could come back. I mean, that could be, unfortunately, the difference in the game. If you look back at this game at the end and have to say, hey, is there anything else that we can do different? It would be, maybe it was taking that play away. So we'll see how Dayton Warriors respond, how the Dayton Christian Warriors respond here. So 10:56 doesn't matter at this point. The play's in the books, and we're moving on. So 10:56, 32-28 is your score as the Dayton Christian Warriors. Looks like Coach Hurst is still having a conversation on the sideline.
He's still pleading his case. He really is, Mr. Baker. He's trying to, but it's, I think, to no avail.
At this point, the play's done. They're not going to take the points off the board. So we're going to set up. It looks like the ref and the back judge want to have a quick conversation, side judge as well. So we're going to pause just for a second. And while we have a minute, wouldn't you like to hear about how you can have a great asphalt company work for you? I'm sure you would. Is your asphalt or concrete cracked, crumbling, or need of an upgrade? Call the experts at the A-Team Asphalt and Concrete. Whether it's commercial or residential, big or small, our crew delivers quality craftsmanship that lasts. From fresh off asphalt paving to custom concrete, we do it all. Reliable, professional, and guaranteed to impress. Don't wait another season. Get your project started today with the A-Team Asphalt and Concrete, 937-774-0019, and let us pave the way to something greater.
That's fantastic that they want to sponsor and continue to support
we
Warrior.
Appreciate our Christian brothers and sisters in business, and we want to support them as well. So here we go as play resumes after quite a long pause. Discussions have been had. Points on board, 32-28, 10:39 is what's left in the fourth quarter.
Well, like they say, how do you respond in the adversity?
Life's going to happen, and you got to respond accordingly. So stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but again, that running back keeps driving his feet. But that time, he is going to be brought down. The initial hit made by Nathan Williams. So Nathan Williams is able to stop that 2-point conversion. 32-28 is your score. 10:39 left in the fourth quarter. Again, 3 timeouts for each team, which may play into the game as it goes on.
Sure.
And Dayton Christian will come back out here, and I'm sure Coach Hurst is telling them, look, guys, in life, tough stuff happens. There's times in life where, you get the raw end of the deal, and whether we know it for a fact it was or not, wasn't, it doesn't matter. The points are on the board, and now we have to move on with life. And now let's see what we can do on the offensive side. Now, if I'm the coach, if I'm Coach Krim, this is absolutely the time that you pull out another onside kick.
100%.
I mean, 100%. That has to be a conversation.
Well,
because if you get the ball back right now with the momentum you have, 10:39 left, and can eat up another, we'll say 4 to 5 minutes, then you may be able to put this game away and leave very little time for Dayton Christian. And Dayton Christian, you can tell, kind of gets that feeling as well. They've got guys a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage than they had before. So it is well within my thoughts here that we are going to have another onside kick. So we'll see what they can do.
Yeah.
The approach, and it is, goes Out of bounds. It's going to be out of bounds. So the flag comes out. So the Dayton Christian Warriors can either take the re-kick. It was a nice kick, honestly.
It really
was a nice
was.
kick. It just got a little ahead of the Mohawk player that was probably set to get and kind of reclaim that. So nice kick by that young man. But the ball is going to go to Dayton Christian. Now they have to make a decision. It looks like they have that they're going to take the penalty yardage and go with. Yep, they're going to put their offense on the field.
Yes.
And see what they can do here.
That's a pretty good decision here, Coach, because, 10:38, they've got the ball, and they've been advancing the ball every single time they've had the ball tonight, they've scored.
And they just want at this point to calm everybody's nerves. So you're Dayton Christian, you're frustrated maybe at what has happened, but you got to move on with life. So here you go. It's at the 49-yard line, actually. So Dayton Christian's going to set up 49 yards to pay dirt with 10:38 left on the clock. 3 receivers to the right. It's like Cam Hartman will be your quarterback. Steady as she goes is Jacob Coulter. Nice run on first down. If you can do that and eat up a little clock while you're doing it, that'd be fantastic. So 6 yards on first down. That'll leave second and 4.
Right here, coming back out and really establishing this first run, getting the yardage they did. It just shows me that they've forgotten. They're letting that move on, and they're being goldfish right now.
Yeah, for a first down here goes a long way.
Yes.
It kind of gets everybody's nerves settled. It calms everybody down. Looks like they made a change, and now I believe that's Schmidt that's got the run, and he's going to take the ball, make one man miss, get ahead, and come down for the first down. But they're going to mark him just a little bit short. They'll put him on the knee rather than the leg. I'm sorry, instead of the arm, they'll put him on the leg. So he's going to be just a little short. They'll reset here and start third down. So it's going to be third down and about a yard.
Let's get this first down, Dayton Christian.
So here we go. So on the left hash, Dayton Christian Warriors look to the sideline to get the play as Coach Blevins stalks the sideline around the 45-yard line. He makes his play call to Brody. They set the offense, call the protection, the snap.
There we go.
To Hartman. He's going to dive forward. Looks like it looks like he has the first down yardage, and they're going to move that.
Little laundry there. The 39.
Oh, they're going to call holding against Dayton Christian. So, unfortunately, that's going to take away a successful first down attempt. That's why you never move the chains until the ref tells you to. So, they're going to steady those chains back up with a holding call. Spot foul is going to bring it down back to the 51-yard line. So, that should put them at 3rd and 12. So, totally changed the trajectory of that offensive series. So it's going to be 3rd and 12 from the 48-yard line. No, they're going to give it to him at the 50. So take a little less off that one.
Who's going to rise up right here, Coach? Who's going to rise up and get us a play?
You got 3rd down, and I'll be honest, I don't see this as an option maybe in a 4th down. If they have an incomplete pass here, they don't get the first down, it would have to be close to go for it on 4th. So,
I agree. They got to get a big play right here, though.
So a little different look here, a 2-by-2 look with Hartman back in the backfield again. He looks to the sideline, and they're going to go ahead and call timeout.
Yep.
Looked like there might have been a little confusion, or they just wanted to see, possibly they wanted to see what Middletown Madison was going to do to that different formation. So for those of you that have been watching all game, that was the first time that we saw the 2 inside receivers on the line, the 2 outside receivers. So instead of a 2-by-2 look with the outside receivers up, this time they flipped that. Still had Hartman in the backfield, so we'll see what they do, and they come out in that same set. So 8:44 left, 32-28 after a long pass and score by the Mohawks. So coming into this game, 132 yards total passing in 3 games. Probably, if I were to guess, and I don't have the stats in front of me, if I were to call that one 30, the other one another 35. I believe they've had one other catch as well. So they're probably close to 100 yards of passing yardage, which would equal probably 3/5 or 4/5 of their total yardage for the year. So
Yeah.
nice job for them to kind of step up and recognize where they might have seen some weaknesses at times. So therefore, that's good coaching, which we know we've seen already from the sideline with some adjustments that they made. Let's see what Dayton Christian can do to counter that. So back to the normal set here. This is the 2x2 look that Hartman has used numerous times already. Pass protection.
Come on.
Yep,
Yes!
able to get that. So it's going to be first down. Caden Shepard with the catch. His knee was on the ground when he caught it, so that means he can't advance the ball any further. He's frustrated because he knows he could have got a few extra yards, but he secured the catch and the first down. So that was 3rd and 12. They were able to convert that into a first down, and that will settle down everybody just a little bit after that long drive for the Mohawks.
Mark that spot right there, 8:38 with that catch, Coach.
Yeah, that might be a conversation we have later on where things started going back the way of the Warriors. So Hartman with Schmidt on the inside receiver here to our right. Snap. It goes to Schmidt. He makes one man miss, but he's going to be brought down pretty quickly. He does drive his legs forward.
Like he got about maybe 3.5 to 4.
So not a bad first down run.
Yep. Yeah, he
got to have that ball high and tight for sure.
Yeah, he kept those legs moving and just would not go down.
So Hartman now is going to go back out to receiver. Schmidt, we're going to take his turn at quarterback. You know, and this is just a conversation topic to have at some point. Is it confusing for some that he's going back and forth? Is it helpful? Is there certain things that Coach Blevins has seen?
Oh, how did he get that in there?
He didn't, yeah. Nope. So he's able to almost thread the needle, going down on the play. Oh, so we're going to take just a second for an injured player. Going down on the play, reaching for the ball, coming up just a little short. It was in a lot of traffic, so maybe in the future they look back at that one and say, let him clear that traffic just a little bit, put a little more air on it and see if he can run underneath it. So that was Braylon Biffle. Looks like he's got a cramp. He's up quickly. So we'll get an injury player timeout. That'll finish up here in just a second, get the Dayton Christian Warriors back on the field. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 from the 34, almost 34-yard line. We're on the right hash with 7:37 left. 32-28 is your score. Dayton Christian with the lead as of right now, as we appreciate those that are able to join us here for this live stream and those that are able to allow us to broadcast from this beautiful stadium. Mohawks did a great job in this community supporting their football team. We commend you and putting a nice venue for these young men to play in.
That is certainly true.
Dayton Christian, this time with Hartman back at quarterback. The snap, the blitz, pressure.
They're coming.
But he does clear, so that's going to be a first down catch. Brody Schmidt with first down. That's Hartman setting his feet, throwing it. There was pressure coming from his right side, but he was able to set his feet. He had just enough time to release that ball and get a first down throw and catch to Brody Schmidt. 7:25 as the clock stops for just a reset of the chains. 32-28. The clock will start again. And if you are Dayton Christian, you want that clock rolling as much as you can right now. Just roll on, clock. Roll on.
Boy, Cam did such a good job of squaring his shoulders up on that throw.
He did. Brody Schmidt now in the backfield as they change quarterback. Hartman goes to the inside. Orrick goes to the outside. Asa Crockett now far outside. Coulter stopped quickly.
Yep.
Only gets back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that one. Brody Schmidt with the fake afterwards.
Not quite in field goal range either at this point.
Yeah, I don't know the length of kicker that Elliott is as far as for field goals. I would say this would be quite the task for him to kick from the 25 with the 7. That'd be 32 and a 42. So, yeah, that'd be way too long. So, at this point, you're 2nd down and 11. Got to get some positive yardage here. A nice fade over top. Yep, so it looks like he's going to get the call on that one. So, whether he was in his chest or, might have held on
A lot
that
of
one.
hands. A lot of hands on that one, it looked
Yeah.
like. They go ahead. Sorry.
So it says we gotta go to Asa. They feel there's a mismatch. Yeah, I would say that's what I think. The Coach Ireland up here is kind of giving a little head shake there. I think there's some agreement there.
Yep. Asa has the height advantage definitely on his defender.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that's something that they're waiting for. If they like a certain setup and defensive adjustment there.
I'm sure they'd like to get another minute or two off this clock too.
6:21 left. 32-28 is your score in the fourth quarter.
No matter what, though, we've got to get a score here.
2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Hartman is in the slot on the right. Asa Crockett is your far receiver to the right. Kind of an extended tying in. Brody Schmidt, your quarterback. Jacob Coulter behind him. The snap. He fakes.
Oh, no.
He starts the run. Cuts back inside. Goes down to the 5-yard line. He's going to get a nice run on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4 probably if he's able to extend that down. Looks like he was able to gain 6 on that one. So he's going to have the ball reset at the 6-yard line.
Boy, just when you thought he was caught right there on the outside, he cut back hard. His quickness got him another 4 yards on that one.
Yeah, Brody Schmidt, also a good baseball player. You had mentioned some baseball players that are on the team right now, and he is an excellent baseball player, does a great job.
Yep.
For what now will be Coach Orwick as he's taken over for the varsity coaching position from Doug Adams, now a collegiate coach. Dream come true for him. Excellent job. Coach Adams getting us to where the program is now, but let's talk a little football. 3 receivers to the right. Coulter, the running back. He's going to get it. He's going to get upfield, make one man miss, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Dayton Christian. Got behind the line, kept the shoulder pads low, and just kind of weaved in and out. I mean, it's almost like he was just kind of waiting a little bit. He put the brakes on, and then he accelerated. And what did we say, Bruce? I think you called this one. Going into the second half, we'd see him a little more.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. He looked a little bit like a Barry Sanders kind of move there.
It was a little shake and bake. Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of hung there a little bit and said, okay, now it's my time to move.
Yep. So Hartman now with the hold. The kick. And we're good on this one. Yeah, yes. So let's take the for sure points. Let's make it 39-28. So that's an 11-point advantage. So at this point, it's kind of the battle of defensive wills, if you will.
Yes.
Mohawks have done a lot of what they wanted to do, stopped only just a couple times, turnover and downs on the first series, and then stopped at that halftime, right before halftime series. Dayton Christian has done well moving the ball pretty much the whole game. Middletown Madison putting up some resistance at times, but the passing game has definitely been there for Dayton Christian.
Yes.
And then when you extend in the passing game, you leave some room underneath for Jacob Coulter to take advantage. You
got to extend the field to get that running game moving, and they did that really well on this. Right here at the end of the towards the end of the fourth quarter here.
So it is fourth quarter, 5:19 left, 39-28 is your score. It's been a very exciting game, a high-scoring affair, as you could tell. So we'll see what the last 5 minutes or so have in store for him as Elliott gets ready for this kickoff here. And again, I think he's done a great job. This tonight has been his best night of kicking because he's had a lot of hang time, a lot of revolutions, which is kind of hard to catch. I'm not a kickoff return guy. I'm an offensive and defensive line guy, but I would think that's kind of hard to catch when it's just rotating with that quickness, as it is this time as well. So the ball's down at the 12-yard line, trying to, again, cut across the grain is the Mohawk kick returner, brought down at the 30-yard line by Dayton Christian. That's by Brody Schmidt and Caden Shepard. So making sure that kickoff team is full of starters, bringing that down at the 30-yard line.
How many times have we said his name tonight, Coach?
Caden Shepard. Caden Shepard. Absolutely. He's that do-all. He's the Swiss Army knife. Probably going to cook a meal after the game for everybody. I mean, he's that guy. So we appreciate Mr. Shepard, number 5 in your program, but probably number 1 in your heart.
Yeah, especially in the Shepard's family.
Yes, for certain.
But, the thing is he knows it's his time. He has to rise up. Yep. He has to play above himself to, in these kind of games. And he's doing it. He's showing up tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Great job. Asa Crockett this time in on defense. Oh, and the running back breaks free for a good 14, 15, 16 yards. He's finally going to get stopped. And he's been doing it all night. It's been doing it all night.
Yep.
They don't stop. They don't go down on first contact.
No, they practice this. You can tell it is something that is ingrained in these kids, and they know that when first contact comes, they have got to keep moving.
It's like they speed up.
Yes.
Yeah. When first contact comes, they speed up, and that's again credit to the coaching staff in Middletown Madison. The deep pass, he's already got one in the books. Wow, he brought that in after it bounced off of Braylon Biffle's hands. Wow, what an amazing catch by number 12. That's Noah McCracken, who's just been kind of steady on the outside.
Yep.
Nice blocks and brings and hauls that in. So clearly this game has beat their entire season total for pass yardage.
Yes, completely. And they're going to go right ahead.
And if the Dayton Christian staff was prepared for that, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
He's going to pass again. Johnson deep all by himself.
Yep.
Touchdown, Mohawks. There's a flag on the play.
Yep. Yeah.
Ineligible receiver, is that what he's saying?
That's what it looked like to me, Coach.
Okay, so a little bit of drift, if you will, by the offensive line potentially.
Yes. I couldn't quite see his number, but it looked like the guy on the far side pulled and
just went too far past the line of scrimmage.
Just went way too far.
So this is just to have a little fun. So just to have a little fun. So we obviously these guys are excited about their football team and they're upset when they get a call against them. but on the fourth down call, they were the greatest refs ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They couldn't do anything wrong on that fourth down call.
So now we're going to take a timeout, Dayton Christian.
Yeah.
Again, you've got down to 1 now for Dayton Christian left. They may need that as this game has been wild so far. 39-28 with what looked like another pass completion and a touchdown. The Mohawks, unfortunately, caused the penalty to bring it back. So the ball's going to be at the 33-yard line. If I'm Dayton Christian, that's a good timeout to let them know, hey, they're not afraid to pass now, guys.
Right.
They've had nothing but success, so we may have to approach this a little bit different.
Don't get beat deep.
It also feels like, and I don't know if you feel the same way, the ball's in the air a long time. It feels like we should be able to get underneath that. I know Braylon Biffle actually had to hit off his hands into the hands of McCracken, who did a great job focusing and concentrating on that catch. But with the loft in these passes, it may be that we can get underneath it and maybe pick one off before the night is over. So we'll see what
you hope so.
We'll see what Middletown Madison has. It is going to be first down. They're behind the chains, so it looks like first and about 15 from the 33-yard line. 39-28 is your score with 4:26 left in the fourth quarter. One timeout for Dayton Christian. All three full complement of timeout for Middletown Madison.
Well, here we go, Coach.
The snap, he's going to pass again. The deep ball. So I would say that, there's a lot of contact on that. I'm not going to try to homer on one side or the other. There was a lot of contact on that. So, I mean, if the receiver's looking back for the ball and the defender's looking back for the ball, both of them have a right to the ball. So that's not a problem. I didn't feel like Braylon was causing the contact. Shepard did come over, and it looked like he initiated contact either when the ball arrived or maybe slightly before. So now another down. Second down and 15. The pass again. Johnson looking. This time he's being rushed.
He threw it away.
Threw it outside.
Yeah. Wow. We were a lot of pressure in the backfield on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was definitely getting some pressure from, it looks like Jack Orth and Cam Hartman both caused some pressure from behind there. Johnson, as he rolled out, let the ball sail just a little bit on his right. out of bounds. So he'll reset his offense on the 33-yard line. Now it's 3rd down and 15 still.
Jack's been kind of quiet this evening, but it's been a quietness that he's been doing a lot of things behind the scenes, and that was one of those opportunities he really took advantage of, and he got to the quarterback.
Definitely caused some pressure there. So Johnson brings his team back up to the line.
We got
18 is Cody Clark.
Yep.
He's going to pass again.
Oh,
almost.
He was out of bounds, wasn't he? Oh, he was saying.
Yeah, they're going to call that in.
Okay.
Looked like he had his feet down and then was able to fall out of bounds. Not for first down yardage. It'll be 4th down, and it looks like about 7.
You got younger eyes than I do, Coach.
Well, these glasses, I think, need to get a little thicker because it still seems a little blurry on the other side of that field. So,
yes.
4th down and 7. Johnson with a nice way to spin out of trouble there, a nice bullet pass down the sideline, and a great catch by McCracken. McCracken is a really good receiver. I mean, I would hope they would get to him a little further in the year because he's shown himself tonight. So Dayton Christian has to use their final timeout.
Okay.
So interesting, they'll be left with no timeouts in case they were to need one here. 4:09 left in the 4th quarter, 39-28. You feel like, Coach Ireland, what do you think? This may be the difference in the game right here. This may be the play. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to see as they bring the offense back on the field for the Mohawks, defense for the Warriors, as Coach Hurst coaches them up with Coach Robinson over there. We appreciate all those that have joined our staff here at Dayton Christian. Coach Hurst has put together a wonderful staff, very talented coaches with multiple state championships between them. Coach Blevins sports 3 state championships, Coach Robinson 2 himself. So a lot of pedigree in that coaching staff, and this is where they make their money. And believe me, at Dayton Christian, it's not about the money. They're not doing it for the money.
Nope.
So this is where they make their change. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I have seen so much out of this coaching staff. And my son's on the team, and he comes home and he'll say, it's amazing to just hear about God all the time and about Christ.
That's awesome.
All the time.
That's what we want, the number one thing. Keep the main thing the main thing.
Yes, sir. Here
This
we go.
time, Johnson. Now, the key here, do not hit him late. If he releases the ball, you got to let up. Oh, the ball bounces. He's able to get brought down on the play.
Yes!
Nice job. Nice job. So a fumble in the play, which is going to cause
18. It looked like Asa got in there on that tackle.
Asa and Jack Orth.
Yep.
Hartman maybe as well. So what a great play. Great job by Dayton Christian as they're able to take advantage of the fumbled snap. This time it'll be a turnover on downs. Probably, I think, just the 3rd time the Mohawks have been stopped defensively. So when needed, they came up big. It's 4:04 left. Odd that no time went off the clock on that play. Yeah. So 4:04 left, 39-28. So we'll see as the Mohawks.
How in the world did that work out like that?
Oh, no. So at this point, the game is in the hands of the Dayton Christian Warriors. There are 3 timeouts.
Yes.
So they can stop the clock on 3 occasions. So it's definitely not something that's in the books at any point. It's at this point now you still got to get first downs. Now, this is, again, that coaching mentality. Are you going to just rely on the run and they feel that the run is coming? Are you willing to let your quarterback harness his ability and do what he needs to do? Jacob Coulter, the first run is successful. In fact, it's a great run of 7, maybe 8 yards.
Yeah.
Jacob Coulter doing a great job setting the tone on the first run of this series.
I think I'm going to have to maybe look at him being in the player of the game after in the interview.
Especially in the second half. He has done a really, really good job. Stepped up when needed. Kind of kept him quiet the first quarter and maybe quarter and a half. A couple of carries as the second quarter went to an end, and now he has really shown himself well in this second half of play. 3:31 left. If you're Coach Blevins, you're taking a little time to make sure that this play comes in a little slower.
Yes. Got that clock's running clock here.
Okay, 5 seconds.
Come on,
10 seconds.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3. There you go.
There you go.
Nice. Not a bad run. Just another couple yards. Couple yards there. So it's going to be 3rd, and it looks like 1. And coach is going to call a timeout. That's very smart of him to stop that clock. 3:01, knowing that Coach Blevins was willing to let that clock just keep on bleeding. So 3:01 left, 39-28 is your score as Dayton Christian on the move at the 47-yard line. We're going left to right on your TV screen. We appreciate Bruce Horseman stepping up for us tonight. Sean Ireland stepping up as well. A phone call made while he was in the car on the way here, and he said, whatever you need, Matt, just tell me where to go. So we appreciate all those that are willing to put others first, as well as this broadcast group that's let us broadcast from this event tonight. We appreciate Jonah, the AD here, setting us up very properly. So as Dayton Christian brings their offense back on the field, the Mohawk defense gets set.
You know, clock management is always the key when you're in this situation. But like you said earlier, Coach, do you clock manage or do you keep doing what you've been doing and what works? That's
a philosophy. It's got to be something you believe in. Are you willing to say that my quarterback that's got me, we'll say 3/4 or 7/8 of the game can hold on to the ball? Or do you say I'm just going to be conservative? And looks like Brody Schmidt, first down yardage.
First down
that's
and
big.
more.
That's
and
big.
More.
That's a big first down. So a timeout's going to be called. So, no, I'm sorry. They stopped the clock for the moving the chains. I apologize.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and let.
Hey, when you were doing those
they
fractions,
did take the timeout. Yeah.
When you were doing those fractions earlier, Coach, listen, I had that Bible college math.
Okay. Yeah.
I never had to take math.
Gotcha.
In college.
So just 66 books. That's the best number
That's
know, right?
That's the number I know.
Okay.
And then after 3 days, he arose again.
There you go. I like 3. It's a good number.
Yes.
Sean, you big fan of 3? How about 7? 7's good.
Yeah.
241, 240 as he lets the clock keep on going down. Brody Schmidt's kind of asking, hey, Coach, let's get this play going here.
Little cat and mouse right now here.
Yep.
Coach Blevins has been here many, many times. Like you said, he has lots and lots of experience. He's not going to get in a hurry at this point.
Nope.
He wants the win. And this one is a big one.
Boy, it seems like we've gotten, there you go. There's the 10 seconds. Now he makes the call.
Yep.
Good clock management. 5, 4, 3, 2, and he gets the play off. Jacob just kind of saunters around behind the offensive line. Go down, young man. Go down, young man. At this point, you want clock. So just get on the ground. Timeout by Middletown Madison. That's going to be.
Is that their final?
Well, no, they didn't count the one because it was moving the chain.
Right.
So, yeah, they do have one left, 152 left in the fourth quarter, 39-28 as they take a pause here. We appreciate those that have been supportive of our Dayton Christian Warrior broadcast.
Yes.
Tell a friend. We won't be on air next week, looking the week after that at Waynesville. So I've got a few friends I can call in maybe a favor at Waynesville. I have broadcast from there before. So we're hoping to have the away game at Waynesville. Should be a great matchup of a future SWBL opponent, as this one is as well. Middletown Madison doing a great job, just tooth and nail, grinding to the last second here. 39-28 is your score. This is fun to see what could be in our future, what is going to be in our future as we join the SWBL in football in 2027, having joined. And I do have to send a little shout out. This is not to be braggadocious, but our volleyball team is tied for first now. Our boys soccer team tied for first, and even our cross country tied for first. So nice job, nice showing already in the SWBL. So Brody Schmidt with the snap. He's going to take the run this time. He pulled it. Not exactly the run probably wanted. He gets maybe 2 yards. They are going to use their last timeout at this point.
1:45.
The clock is the enemy of Middletown Madison. No timeouts left. So at this point, let's do a little math here real quick. So if they can get a first down, Mr. Ireland, and they run off, let's see. They need to run off about 35 seconds. So if they can get a first down and run off 35 seconds, it might be academic at that point with no timeouts left for Middletown Madison. So let's see what the Dayton Christian Warriors have on tap. It is 3rd down and 6. Coach Blevins has clearly shown what his hand is here late in the fourth quarter with 1:45 left. He's got the ball in the hands of Brody Schmidt. He's got the ball in the hands of Jacob Coulter. he's going to trust them to take them home.
Let's see what we got right here, fellas.
145 again, 39-28. Schmidt with the catch. Coulter sidesteps. So it is going to be 4th down. What you got in mind here, Coach Hurst?
It's almost
Do you
too
pin
short.
them?
Yeah.
Little pooch kick, pin them. Let's see what we got here. Ooh.
They're staying on the field right at the moment.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. You would hope maybe he's setting this up for a little pooch kick. Just catch and kick.
Because there's like 4. They still got 4 yards, right?
Yeah, they've still got a good 4 yards, if not closer to 5. So Brody Schmidt watching from the sideline. At least all signs point right now that he is going to run a play.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, that's call Coach Blevins the gambler.
Cut back. Come on. Oh.
Nope, he's going to be stopped. He did not get it. So taking a chance that he could get that first down and pretty much put this game to bed. They gamble and they come up a little short. So now it's on the defense. So couldn't get that next first down to bleed the clock. So with 44 seconds left, they do eat up a little bit of clock as they'll make the change go the other way. 39-28 comes down to these next couple sets of plays here. And I want to make it noted again. I don't want this to be a premonition, but keep your hands off the quarterback if he's released the ball.
Yes.
Refs are just looking for that to protect kids in the later part of the game.
100%.
So just leave him alone unless you can sack him, tackle him. That's fair, but do not touch him if he released the ball.
Yep. He's going.
Yep.
Oh,
almost. Takes him down.
Mr. Hess.
Jack Orth.
Oh,
Jack Orth takes him down in the backfield. So, again, he's got to be careful. I mean, it was a clean play, but, even one more step, you would have had to leave him alone at that point.
Yep.
So, incomplete pass makes it 38.7 seconds left. 39-28 is your score.
My old baseball coach would always say, never put the equipment away until the clock runs out.
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, score, and then obviously a onside kick would be coming immediately after that.
Sure.
So a lot to do in 38 seconds does Middletown Madison have in front of them. The defense starting to soften up just a little bit for Dayton Christian. No man behind, I'm sure, is what the coaches told them.
Just keep him in front.
Pass, keep him in front. Yep, that's a nice catch.
Oh.
And that's, almost tackled him. But out on his feet. That's not what you want to do, guys. Number one, you let him get out of bounds, which caused him to, stop the clock.
Exactly.
Number two, you gave him another probably 7 or 8 yards.
Exactly.
So
you got to wrap up.
Yeah, in the game today, and this is nothing on our team, it goes across all of football. The game today, unfortunately, wrapping up is becoming a little bit less of a skill set. So a lot of it's the big hit or
it's not the attractive
shoulder
thing.
knock. Yeah,
it really isn't. And you see it at the pro level. You see it much more at the college level. You just they want to get the big hit.
Yep. So let's see what Dayton Christian can do as one man goes in motion. Lots of pressure coming, but that means there's not going to be a lot of people outside. There is a flag on the play.
Look like a hold maybe.
Is this going to be roughing the passer? Now, I have said this. Of course, they couldn't hear me from up here.
Right. Oh, yeah, it's against us. Mohawks are jumping, it looks like.
This is the thing you got to recognize. This late in the game, everybody is staring at the quarterback because we know it's going to be a pass. There's only 16 seconds left. So all eyes are going to be on the quarterback. So if you hit him just even the slightest bit late.
Let's see what the call is.
So as our referee makes himself available. Holding against Middletown Madison, actually. Okay, so, roughing the passer. So those penalties offset. So actually we're going to go back. We're going to do this all over again. So.
Interesting.
Okay, so here we go. So with 16.8 seconds left, Middletown Madison charged with the hold. Dayton Christian charged with the roughing the passer. So those penalties are going to offset. They're going to reset the ball.
Yeah, where are they putting them?
Yeah, the ball should be, I was going to say, go back to the yard marker there. For some reason, they had stayed.
Yep.
I'm not sure he knows exactly what's going on. So he's decided that that's where the ball's going to go. There you go. So stay off the quarterback, Dayton Christian. Let them win this in the defensive backfield.
No. Okay.
Wow. Little confusion by the umpire crew, but I think we're on track now. The pass, it's a long one. Nice play by Dayton Christian by bringing him down inbounds.
Yes.
That's the key, and unfortunately, he cannot stop the clock at this point.
Only that he got the first down.
Oh, he did. So they got to reset the chains.
Yep.
Good call, Bruce. Absolutely. So resetting the change, which means they got to get up to the line very, very quickly. Defense has got to get set and get back.
Get to him. Oh, yes.
So on the play, Hartman with the play brings the quarterback down, and that's going to end this game.
That's our game.
And that's a win for Dayton Christian, 39-28, as a sack ends the game. Nice play by Hartman, and we wish that young man luck. Make sure he's not hurt in the process. So Dayton Christian able to get the W, 39-28. That'll take them up to 3-1. Middletown Madison drops to 1-3. Congratulations to the Dayton Christian Warriors, as they'll be back at it next week at New Miami again. That change is away is now, that home game is now away. So we appreciate those that have joined us on the broadcast. Those of you that have chimed in, we appreciate you. Sean Ireland, our great cameraman that did a wonderful job. Bruce, way to step up and get us taken care of on the color commentating. We'll sign off tonight. We're praying for you this weekend. Everybody be safe. We'll see you again next time.
Oh, yeah. It's good meeting you, Bruce.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Hey.